beautiful people. Good evening, Obodo fam. How is everyone doing? Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Welcome. I salute you all. Today is the first day of June, and we can officially say Happy New Month. And this month happens to be like my favorite month of the year because it's my birth month. I'm a June baby, and this particular month for this particular year 2022 is very significant for me because it's my year of jubilee. So I am super excited. I'm so elated. I've just been in a mood of thanksgiving. Okay, just been so grateful to God for seeing this month. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. I salute all of you. Thank you very much for stopping by. I hope we are well. Dima, how are you? I hope you are good. Welcome. Ima, I see you. Gwen, how are you? Jax, babe, sister mi, Shewa, Dada, Ekale, Enle, Chidima, how are you? Thank you. Chidima, it's your birth month as well. Oh, happy birthday to all the Gemini in the building. All the June baby. Timothy, you're here today, oh. I missed you yesterday, but I saw your comment this evening. You said, this top or gown too, genge, is giving me what is supposed to give. It's a gown, it's a long flowing gown, all the way down like this. I will show you a picture later. But for now, we have a very serious matter on hand. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Please, before I get into the show, give it a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. Thumbs up, guys, because you know when the matter don't start now, we don't start all this our heated conversation. People will not remember again. So just do it now. Do it now. Fancy face, I see you, sis. Good evening. How are you? Roju yin mo o. Olagbara o shewa. Nice to see you, ma. Give it a thumbs up before we get into the show. Thank you so much. If you have not subscribed, you're watching us from television. Then know if you subscribe for TV. Subscribe Lori TV. You cannot subscribe on television. You need a tablet, a phone, a laptop to subscribe. YouTube subscription is free. Okay? So please subscribe. All you need is a Gmail account to subscribe and you join us. Okay, this is my birth month and I'm already receiving birthday presents. So if you cannot give me present, you can't give me money because it's money I want. If you cannot give me money, give me the gift of subscription. So gbogbo yin, all of you that have been watching this show, year in, year out, you are coming in here every day. You are hearing people's story. You are learning lessons, and you have not subscribed. It's not very good at all. Please subscribe. Give us the gift of your subscription this month. Hit the like button, and please put your notification on so that you get notified whenever we are live or whenever we drop the video. Yeah, Rima, thank you very much. Thank you. We are gonna have a party. We are gonna have a party here. We're gonna have an online party. I'm doing a party with you, my Obodo fam. So if you are free on the 6th of June, make it a date with me. Okay? Let's party. It's a Monday, but that's the day I want to have the party. If you are free, we'll do an online party. That is 6th of June. Yeah. I cannot celebrate without celebrating with my Obodo fam. You guys are a huge part of my life. So I have to carry you along. Okay, so I'm doing my party for you guys on the 6th of June online here on this platform. I'll announce it later. Now, let's get into the show for today. So yesterday, we had an interesting show, right? It was interesting because it was an issue that is something that we see very regularly on this platform, which is the issue of imported wife or husband. So for those of you who don't know what that terminology means, when we say imported spouse or imported wife or husband, is somebody basically an African. We have a virtual party. Oshe, Oshe. Virtual party on the 6th of June. So get your dancing shoes ready. So it's when someone who live in the diaspora, an African, and they go back home to marry someone. So it can either be a woman that is going back home to marry a man, or is a man that is going to Africa to take a wife. And they usually bring that person to the diaspora to live with them. Now, we've been having these discussions about imported husband and imported wives on this platform. A lot of imported wife issue. Opo, it's a lot. If you go on my playlist with title live shows, you can't nothing less than 20 imported wife stories. So we have a few imported husband here and there, but because it's mostly women that are sharing on this platform, so we have more of imported wives, right? But we all know that this issue, can happen to a man and it can also happen to a woman, right? Let's get that. Let's just put that out there. Yeah. Jocks, babe, you want to eat rice? No, you shouldn't be eating rice. We are not eating carbohydrates again. Later now, you'll be asking me, you will be asking me, "Babe, how did I lose weight?" Stop eating carbohydrates, so no rice. Rice is too fattening. No more rice. We're on diet. We're going to eat kinongbe. We're going to eat that raw fish. Kinamangbe raw fish, yeah? That raw fish that all those people used to sell. That's what we are going to eat. No rice. Rice is banned. We banned rice. Oh my God. So the issue is all across, yeah, it's across both gender, yeah. Okay, but on this platform we have more of women sharing just because men. Sushi, thank you. Drama free, thank you, Jare. Sushi. Sushi is what we want to eat. Sushi is healthy. That's what we eat. A lot of brothers don't share. Okay, we've had a few who shared, but a lot of them don't share. We know that. Men mostly don't talk publicly, but it doesn't mean that men too don't experience it, right? Okay. So we've been saying that this issue is becoming something that otikboju is too much. So let's talk about it. What is it in this imported wife husband situation that 99% of them don't work? In fact, let me say 99.5% of them don't work. If you see 10 diasporan marriages that are imported husband or wife, 8 of them is likely to yamutu. It's likely to scatter within maybe 2 or 3 years of the other spouse coming to join the other person in the diaspora. Okay? Right. You guys, focus, focus. We are talking something serious. Forget about rice and beans. People are still talking about food. When we have a very serious burning issue on ground, we will address that later. Etigbo, thank you. So, it's a very massive issue, right? So time and time again, we have people coming here to say, "Oh, they married me from Nigeria." What one came yesterday. You were here yesterday. Those of you who were here yesterday, you heard the story of Buki that came to share about how she married somebody from Nigeria, and the man happened to be a pastor, and how that played out. Okay, with 2 children, it wasn't a very pleasant experience for her. Okay, now I also have somebody that's coming tomorrow. It's an imported wife story again. There are too many. There are some on my DM that will be saying, "Oh, I can't share yet now because I'm still in the situation." In fact, there's one particular one now that I'm very, very concerned for because she lives in the US, and I am concerned for her safety because when people start to say things like, I get what they say they delete PSO, and one woman has shown me before, and I will not allow another woman to show me the same way that woman showed me, then fear go dey catch me. You understand? Especially when the person has told you of their intention that pay, if you try anything, they will delete you. That one now, I'm very, very scared for her. When she mind, if we've been back and forth, she won't send me the. I'll say, "What is the problem? Let me know what's going on." Finally, she now sent me a bunch of messages about how she can't talk when the husband is there, and how it's been problematic since she came from Nigeria. And when she mentioned the issue about, because I'm very safety aware, I always risk assess everything. And I believe that safety is paramount because now they life, now they marry you. Especially for that, anywhere in the diaspora, because not only America said they delete now, they delete for year too. I don't do many stories when you the diagnose where they delete now, yeah, it happen. When the husband delete them. So when somebody don't they tell you, say, no woman will ever treat me the way that woman treated me. Maybe it's another woman don't fair treat him badly, or he feels that another woman did something, did him bad, and now you have to prove a point. Now wahala. So I told her, I said, and we were talking, and she was still saying, Auntie B, I feel used. I feel used. If I'm going to go, I want to do this, I want to do that. I said, Omode Omogu, Onkwe Lefo. I said, do you even understand the severity of the situation that you are in? You are still talking of we want to do this, you want to pack this. Instead of you to be thinking of how you can save yourself, even moving, because most of the time it is when people are about to leave that Jambaman Shele. When they're about to leave relationship, that's when things always happen. That's when one person will flip, and before you know, wahala don't happen. So I was telling her, hmm, I said, please, oh, this one you are saying, so me, I don't advise anybody to stay, say you want to park property or you want to share property, especially when it borders on your safety. Carry your head, carry your pikin if you get pikin. Oh yeah, find your level, because your safety is number one in all this. And when somebody, and I know women do take it for granted a lot of times, and that is why we often say it here that men are very intentional, and they are very, very clear about what they want, and they will say it. They will tell you. But most women, we are very, very emotional, and we are not analytical most times because we get carried away with emotions. And even when we've heard what the person has told us, babe, this is it, oh, we will just overlook it as if, what can he do? Don't underrate anybody. You never know. When push comes to shove, you don't know what someone can do. I don't pray that it happens to anybody. Okay? So tonight we want to talk about people going back home to marry. Right. But before I get to the cocoa of this thing, I need to say something about yesterday's show. Right? So we had our sister here, Buki, yesterday, who was here to tell us about how, she went to Nigeria to marry a pastor who she brought to America. She introduced the pastor to, her own pastor in America, and how things change very quickly and all that. Okay. He says they go and marry back home because they want someone they can control and mold the way they wanted. Hmm. Okay. So it's for control. That's one of the reasons, right? Hmm. Okay. We are going to analyze all the issues tonight, and also, by the grace of God, if time permits, we are going to look at solutions. Because over here we are solution focused. We don't just talk about problems, we talk about solutions, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sherry says that the people back home, their expectation is too high and it's not what they think. Very, very good point. Unrealistic expectation, right? That's another point. Unrealistic expectations by people back home. People back home want to jackpot by all means. They don't care. Okay. Kukwa says, I agree, Sis B. My Igbo boyfriend told me he wants more kids. I don't want kids. So we went our separate ways. Men are very intentional in their thing. Men, they tell us all the time. They always tell us. A man will always say, this is it, this is it. But we women, we know they choose. And sometimes women think, oh, let me stay. He will change his mind. Or I will change him. Maybe he will change. I can change him. Women have, messiah mentality. We always think that is in our hands. The way we mold our children, that's how we mold a full-grown adult. Kole work. Cooking work is a waste of time. At the end of the day, the person will resent you. They will hate you. Both of you will now, there will be serious fraction and disagreement between you that you will not even see eye to eye. Right. Okay. I'm sharing my link right away. I'm not going to do all the talking because a lot of you have contributions about this. Yeah. So I will share my link the minute I give an update about yesterday's show. Love and Kindness says many in diaspora are not honest about who they are when they went to Nigeria to marry, or when they go to Nigeria to marry, right? Okay. So is delusions of grandeur, grandeur delusions. Mhm. That's what they call it in psychology. When you think too much of yourself. So you just look yourself now, because you bought new shoe, new cloth, and you are going to Africa to shine. You think, I'm Dangote. Mm? Grandeur delusion. Grandeur. Yeah, it's delusion. And unfortunately, people back home believe that everybody in the diaspora is rich. Hmm? Everybody in the abroad is a millionaire. There's no broke person. Every African who, once you land anywhere in Obodoyibo, be it Europe, North America, Asia, anywhere, once you land, banga, your millions don't land. Till today, even with all the information that is out there on social media, there are so many people in Niger. I'm referring to Niger because this is only the one that I know. So my references will always be to my country, Niger. There are people who still believe that once you land, bang, you are a millionaire. So they don't believe that there is anybody in the abroad that is struggling, that cannot pay their bills, that is homeless, that is in between jobs, or have not even gotten paper. The issue of paper is something that people back home don't have an idea of what it means. Paper, wait till be paper, and get document. Wait till be document. You know, they don't understand. You know, all abroad people, yeah, Patricia, all abroad people, as we did here, so we are so rich, too much money, now they worry us. Hmm? Another issue, you are bringing them, Budu Farm. I can't love you guys less. You are bringing on the issue. Patience says they always feel that women and men back home are better and honest, more honest than those in the abroad. Yeah, they are more cultured. Let me help you with the word. That's what they are looking for, cultured. Yes, African women in Africa are more cultured. All this one in Obodo Ibo, their eye have tear from here to here, to their back heads. So, King Borom, I know they listen again. If the guy say gba, una go say gbo. Una know they quiet, una know they, what did they call am? I'm hot too. Let me take this off. Hmm? Una know they respect, una know they submit. So, submission, is one of the thing. Culture and submission, right? So let me give you a quick update, then I'll share my link immediately so that people can come. Let's talk about this issue of imported wife and husband, because it is deep, very, very deep. As I'm talking to you now, somebody is arranging marriage in Nigeria now. Okay? One brother is arranging marriage now to go and bring one sister, usually very young one, 20-something-year-old, to bring to abroad. One auntie who is a single parent in the diaspora now, or a single girl now in the diaspora now, is arranging one uncle in Nigeria that wants to come and bring here. It's happening day in, day out. And I keep asking myself, why do people feel like you don't have enough people in your environment, in your country, that you need to travel thousands of miles because you want to go and marry from home? It's an illusion. Marrying from home is an illusion. And it never, almost never work out well. Let me tell you something. I said that 95% of them don't work. The other 0.5% that is remaining, 0.3% of them are miserable. They are just staying because of the children. They are not happy together. They are not compatible. Everybody is doing their own thing. They don't even jam. It's 0.2 of them that are truly, truly happy in such marriages. And I think we had a brother who came here once upon a time, Osage, and another guy who is an Igbo guy that came and called into the show once and told us about how he met his wife on Facebook and they're happy and everything. Hardly. It's always negative experiences you hear. Oh, I brought that woman here. She finished getting her paper and she dumped me. I brought this man here. He finished getting his paper and now he married my best friend. He now said I'm too old. It's always one story or the other. And one of the issue again is that most Nigerians will never, especially women, Nigerian women will never ever look outside marrying Nigerian man. We will not look at other cultures. We will not even look at other African men in the diaspora. It always has to be a Nigerian man. Sha. You live in a country where the percentage of Nigerian men is so low. You won't look at, whether it's Caucasian you want to marry, whether it's Asian you want to marry, Latina. And love is love. But it's Nigerian man you'll be looking for. I don't know why. I don't know why, but that's part of the issue too. So quick update about yesterday. Then I share my link because I want people to share. Because with Otikboju, it's too much. It's too much. So I'm just sharing my link right away because I don't have a guest here. We are the guests. Me and you, Obodo fam, we are the guests tonight, right? Please give the video a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. So Buki was here yesterday. I woke up this morning and I was looking at the comments and I saw that somebody a man put a comment in the comment section and said, Obodo Yibo, I watched your show and and you didn't ask her what happened to her first husband. You didn't ask Buki what happened to her first husband. I was like, so people were now, commenting below. Obviously, you guys that live in America were still up. We were already at night. And I was sleeping, so I didn't see all that till this morning. And and people were like, oh, uncle, if you have anything to share, contact Obodo Yibo, come and speak. And it was like, no, family members say I should be quiet. Okay? Family members say I shouldn't say anything. So I checked my phone and this uncle has contacted me, sent a bunch of messages about, basically the summary of what he said is that he said that he is the father of Buki's child, that is the first husband, and that he was the one that married Buki from Nigeria and brought her to America. I said, well, I didn't think it to her past because I didn't even know she was married before because I just assumed that she's a single parent and, she didn't share that aspect with me. They were concentrating on the one she married. So she was like, so the man was like, he caught the show when we were live, that he was watching the show and that immediately he noticed that it is his ex-wife that is on the show. And then he started crying, that he was crying, he was shedding tears. I said, Sheko, see, why are you shedding tears? Was like, can I chat? That he wants to talk to me. Oh, that there's so many things involved. Oh, that I said, what is it? I needed to go to work. I was tired because I didn't go to bed till after midnight yesterday, and I'm due to be in the office today. Okay, I needed to go into the office. Unlike other days where I work from home today, I needed to go in. So I was like, oh my god, this was 6 a.m. UK time. I said, okay. I called him. My people, we talked for almost 1 hour. In fact, I was late to work because of that uncle. So he said a whole bunch of things which I'm not willing to disclose here because it was shared with me in confidence. But basically, he was saying that he too was a victim. But incidentally, he said he's already brought another person. He brought his first wife to America, who gave him 2 children. That one left him. And he said it was a very bitter and nasty divorce. And then he now said he went to Nigeria and married Buki again and brought her, and Buki left. So I sent a message to Buki. I say, your ex-husband has contacted me. Oh, before then she had already sent me a bunch of messages saying I should take the video down. I said, what? 3 hours we sat here talking. This is Sorosoke generation. We don't take videos down. No. Why are you asking me to take it down? Because this is all about learning. Just like, a lot of people recognize her voice that she didn't know that, people will find the video. So I'm just going to say now to everyone listening, and if you're going to watch this later, please, if you know that for whatever reason, if you know for whatever reason that you don't want to share, dear love, this is not relevant to our current discussion. It is relevant. It is relevant because this issue is imported wife and husband as well. Okay, Buki's situation is she imported a husband, and the ex-husband now imported her. So it is actually very, very relevant. It's absolutely spot on because this is the issue that we are talking about. So what the uncle was saying in summary is that he brought her to America and the marriage didn't work. This was the second woman he's bringing, and she left. and she now married the other man, who is the pastor that left. So it's about imported wife and imported husband. So it's relevant. Okay? Very, very relevant. Anyway, we're not going to go deep into that story because I've told him if he wants to share his side of the story, the platform is for everybody. You are welcome. Come and share, uncle, if you are listening. I know you say you watch my show from time to time. If you want to share, you are welcome to come and share. I'm not here to judge anybody. We listen with empathy and we offer solutions based on the story that we hear. So if your case, you're saying that, okay, you have your own case to talk about too, what she too did for you, and you were saying it's karma, then you're welcome. So we are talking about imported wives and husband, and this is a typical example of imported wife and husband gone wrong. Typical one. Okay? People go to Africa to marry for all sorts of reasons. You go to Nigeria, and one of the problems of going to marry people from Nigeria, long distance marriages, is that you don't get to have a relationship with that person. So that period of dating where you get to know the person and you be ticking and seeing red flags and be saying, okay, I can manage this, I cannot manage this, this is what I can live with, this is what I can tolerate, this is what I cannot tolerate. It's not there. Mm? It's not there at all. It's not. It's not there. You don't get the chance to know the person, to analyze the person. You are dating. And long distance relationship is easy. Oh, you call the person, how are you today? Have you eaten? What did you do today? How was work today? It's all sweet. Until you are in each other's face and you see each other every day or every other day before you will know, gangan, wait till you enter. That is when you begin to see the flaws. And, knowing the person, looking at compatibility is also checking, incompatibility. Because now everybody know what you go fit tolerate. Let's take cheating, for instance. Some women, they don't mind cheating. If you cheat, it doesn't mean anything to them. They are not going to leave their marriage because you are cheating, right? And why some women, some Nigerian women, cheating is a deal breaker. And once you cheat, they will leave. So it is the period of dating now or courtship that you will know if the person is cheating, whether you can tolerate it or not. But when you do long distance, how you want to know? They're in America, you're in Nigeria. If somebody they near them, they sleep near them, you don't know. If you go back on you or you go outside, go garden, go call you. If you call you when in the office, you don't know. Anything can happen. Hmm? So that is the issue. Imported wife, imported husband. Why are people so bent on going to marry from Nigeria? Me, I'm saying categorically, with everything I know and the experience I've gained, haven't talked to so many people on this platform who's gone to Nigeria to marry. Don't marry from Nigeria. Don't go and marry. If you live in diaspora, please, I've always said it. You guys know. Mhm. I've always said it. Just marry from your environment because it is a big gamble and most times it doesn't work. You end up being, heartbroken. You are disappointed. You don't know the person. It's happening quite frequently. Joe. So me, I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. If you're my brother, my sister, I would advise you marry where you are. Find a woman, people say it's hard. You can't find somebody in a lie. You find somebody everywhere. The reason why people go back to marry is because, especially if it's brothers, they are going to marry because they are looking for a submissive wife. Okay, for instance, now let's use this uncle as an example. And it's not him alone. No. I'm not trying to single him out. But he told me a story of how he married the first one and brought the person abroad. And it was a very messy divorce of which he lost his house. If it's me, I would think twice before I would go to Nigeria again to say I want to go and marry with that experience. But he still went to Nigeria to marry a second one. I'm wondering, are there no women in America? Are there no Nigerians in America? Are there no Africans in America? Pata if there are no Africans, are there no Igbo? Must you go to Nigeria to marry? I don't understand it, my people. So let's talk. My link is in the comment section, guys. I already see some people in the studio, and yeah, I'm sharing it again. Let's talk about this issue. I'm saying categorically, people shouldn't go to Nigeria to marry. If you feel like people should go to marry, I want to hear why. And also, the issue of this marriage is always breaking up. Do you have a solution for it? How do you manage? Because what it is now, you date before you marry normally, if you live in the same country or you live in the same city. But when it's intercontinental relationship or intercontinent relationship where you go from the diaspora to Africa, you marry, then you date. It's reverse. So you're supposed to date before marry. It's like a cat and a horse. The cat is in the back, the horse is in the front. But when you do it the other way, when you marry from somebody from, you go to Africa to marry, you go to Nigeria to go and marry, you are doing it the other way. You put the cat in the front and you put the horse behind. So you now begin to find out different things you didn't know about this person. And it can happen to both men and women. Like that uncle was saying to me, the first wife, when he married her, he now found out that there were so many lies. She didn't know the family. He thought they knew the family because it was arranged. But when the woman came to America, he realized that, in fact, so many things were hidden. So why do people still insist that they want to go to Nigeria to marry? Let's talk about the issues. You are my first guest. Good evening.
Good evening, Auntie B. Can you hear me?
Yes, my darling. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. We are,
Okay.
yes, I'm fine, thank you. Happy birthday in advance. We can't wait.
Thank,
Counting down.
thank you.
Uh, and my opinion is marriage at the best of times is very difficult anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you've dated and you get married to somebody, you still have those challenging moments where you're thinking, have I made the right decision?
Yeah.
So the idea of marrying somebody that is a complete stranger to you, just from the onset, it's going to be more challenging.
Yeah.
But again, I personally think that something that drives some of those decisions, they are very selfish reasons that drives it. People have got agendas. Those that are here say if I go and marry from Africa, the person might be more submissive or might be more traditional, might be
Mm,
more might you might relate to the person the way you understand marriage to be because you cannot understand the Western marriage.
mm-hmm.
And the person coming from Africa is thinking, if I go abroad, I might have a better life, and I would. It's all based on fantasy. So that
Oh
person
yeah.
has fantasies about the,
Oh
the
yeah.
spouse they are bringing from Africa, and the one that's coming
Mm-hmm.
from Africa has a fantasy about the life they are coming to live. Then these individual agendas clash when they come into marriage because they don't have a mutual understanding of what it's going to be like. So that is very difficult on its own. People that have lived here for even as short as 3 years, they are set in their ways. They are very
Mm-hmm.
controlled by the society, by the economy, by the government. There are certain things that you put in place.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain you're controlled by your bills, controlled by work, but controlled by the times you work. Bringing somebody into your space is a very difficult thing, especially if the person is not actually sometimes contributing financially straight away. It's very hard to have somebody in your space. So that is even going to create a type of how would I put it now, disagreement or some kind of tension in the
Mm-hmm.
home. But this
Mm-hmm.
idea that women in Africa are more submissive, sometimes you bring
Mm-hmm.
somebody from Africa, you find out that they're even more hot-headed.
Or women in Africa are more pretentious.
Exactly. You bring them in and you find that they're even more than what you thought
Yeah.
about the West.
Because the culture and the religion subdues them, so they don't have that freedom that women in the
Exactly.
West have to express themselves and to live their authentic lives.
Yes, but we are in a global world now. People are on TikTok and Instagram. They are seeing what's happening around the world. So the idea
Mm,
that you think you are bringing someone from Nigeria, the person does not have a clue of what their rights might be, or they don't have a clue of what they want to do in a
mm,
marriage. It's
mm.
it's, it's a fantasy, and it's actually based on uninformed ideas.
Do you know one
That's
of the
my opinion.
things? Yeah, one of the things that a lot of the ladies who've come to share their stories here, who's had very, very horrible stories, and I mean, we have men who's had very pretty tough stories as well. I'm not ruling that out.
Yeah.
What they've said is that one of the things that they've said that is common to all of them for the ladies is that when they get here from Nigeria, especially the younger one, they always say that their husbands don't like them to make friends.
Mm,
that they don't want them to, and to have obodoyibo friends, like women who stayed here. They always want them to be at home. They don't want them to relate with people. So I'm thinking, is it because they don't want them to have information, or to be exposed, or to have to know their rights, or to know, because
It,
all of them, that's one thing they have in common. He doesn't
it,
want me to have friends. He said, don't talk to people. He keeps me in the house. That's the issue. One of them.
but it's very classic. A man that lives 10, 15, 5 years in a country and is unable to form relationship and wants to go back to Nigeria and to bring a wife. There's something about that man straight away. You know that. If you've not been able to form a relationship here, that works that could lead to marriage. There's already something questionable about their character. So maybe this man is looking for somebody that they can subdue and overpower and control. And they feel that if they marry in the West, they're not going to find that kind of woman. So they have this kind of idea of the kind of wife that they have. Obviously, they'll be like, don't mix with people, they're going to
Mm,
corrupt you and all that, because that is the agenda. You see, when I started, I talked about this individual selfish agendas that
yeah.
both parties bring into the
Yeah.
marriage. The
And the
man wants
women are not
somebody.
innocent too. You know that.
No, no, they're not.
Now,
They're not.
another point I'm going to make before I let you go. Thank you so
Mm,
much. I mean, you are bringing it 100%. I like that. See, it's some of these ladies in Nigeria. What I'm telling you, especially if you are an older man, please learn from this. You are in your 50s, you are in your 60s. Learn from this. Going to marry a 20-something-year-old in Nigeria, they don't love you. They just want to come abroad. They just want to jack back. I have heard stories, yeah, of a
yeah.
girl in Nigeria that has a boyfriend here. And
Mhm,
this Baba went to Nigeria to go and marry her. She's
mhm,
already connected with that boyfriend on Facebook, and she said, don't worry, I'll soon come.
of course.
Okay? She
Yeah,
got here the minute she got her permanent resident. Some of them don't even bother to give the babas, give the men children. They don't get pregnant. They are gone.
yeah. It is a transaction. It is a transaction. The man wants certain things, or the person here wants certain things. The person that is coming wants something else. We shouldn't forget the fact that marriages are breaking every day in Nigeria, and Nigerians are marrying Nigerians in Nigeria, and the marriages are breaking. So the idea that you think you bring a Nigerian that has grown up in Nigeria to the West, and the person will not be able to have the capacity to break a marriage is really, really poorly informed judgment that you can bring somebody in and you expect the person to be submissive and do all those things you fantasize about. It's all about fantasy. Don't forget,
Yeah,
a lot of these
yeah.
men and sometimes the women, they come from a place of trauma. They come from
Mm.
a place of very, very strict upbringing, or some kind of
Poverty, poverty,
poverty.
hunger will
Exactly.
make anybody marry an ancestor, their grandfather.
Exactly,
They will say
exactly. So
yes.
all these factors, they play different roles in this kind of partnership we they call marriage. At the end of the day, it breaks, and sometimes good radiance when it breaks because people have to go into places of safety,
Hmm.
But sometimes it doesn't even break because of safety, because it breaks because people are clashing in their agendas. What they want from the marriage is not the same, and
Hmm.
there's two cannot work together except they're in agreement.
Definitely.
And that I think that's part of the reason why it ends up in this kind of sad stories we hear.
What's the solution?
Solution is that people need to be very deliberate about the decisions they make. If marriage is your thing, for example, you are dating in Nigeria and you feel okay, maybe you're coming as a student here and you're so passionately in love with your wife, with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, and you think you see a future for that person, find ways of making sure that person join you as soon as they can and build up. If you're already here in the West and you've tried men here or you've tried women here and it's not successful for you, by all means, try everywhere else, but not with the intention that that will be better. You are trying because you are just taking a chance. The idea that you have this kind of if I bring somebody from Africa, it will be better than the one I find here
Yeah,
is where the fault is.
yeah,
By
yeah.
all means, if you want to get somebody from Africa, somebody from Kenya, anywhere you want to get somebody, try
Mm,
it. I can understand relationship here can be very difficult because
mm.
everybody's kind of focusing on their focus. So it can be difficult. But if you're going to bring somebody from Africa, come with an open mind. It depends. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And this idea that I gave them paper, they left me. At the end of the day, they gave you something. during the period when you were married to them. It could be children, it could be status, it could be something. So somebody is getting something out of it, regardless of how
It ends.
regardless of how poor the bargain is. You
Thank
know,
you.
two people, two adults are using each other. That's what it is.
Thank you
You
so much.
know,
I appreciate
all
your
the
contribution.
all the best, Auntie B. I'm looking forward to your birthday.
All right. Thank you, sweetie. Okay, we are getting somewhere. Al just said it very clearly there that most times everybody has their own secret agenda. They're on a mission. Okay. The one in the diaspora is on a mission. The man in the diaspora is on a mission to go to Nigeria and marry a small girl that will be submissive, that will not bolenu, that will listen to everything he says, you know, that doesn't know how to call police, that doesn't know her rights, that doesn't know that women have rights. And the one in Nigeria, the girl in Nigeria, 26 or 25 years old, 23, is looking for opportunity to remove the family from poverty. So they want to come abroad. The mother will say, marry this one will take you go obodooyinbo. And then you come here, you start fantasizing about your boyfriend in Nigeria, and you now know that this baba, go dey work. I don't love him. The love is not there. I try, but the love, no love. What can I do? Next thing, you enter town. So, plenty issues to contemplate. No, I'm gonna still say my own personal view about it, and it's never changed. No need, marry where you are. Opportunity, there are women everywhere in the diaspora, there are men. You just need to put yourself out there. Them day. You can't lock yourself in the house. You are going to only church and you go to work and come back and you say, I don't meet anybody. Now inside house, you go meet person. Now inside television. Sarita, you're welcome.
Yeah, Mr. B, good evening.
Are you okay?
It is well.
You need to get, I still didn't get your message. This is what I was going to advise you to do. Please, all SIM card, they are £1. Just get one and send me a WhatsApp message.
Okay, new one.
Please. UK,
Okay,
yeah, get a
maybe I will
UK
do
SIM
that
card.
because
Yeah,
I really needed to
please.
talk to you.
Yeah, get a UK SIM card. Just get any SIM card. Give gaff.
Okay,
Get give
happy
gaff.
birthday in
Yeah.
advance.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will just get one. Just to talk to you. Yeah, I
Just
will
put
do
in your
that.
phone there, yeah, send me a message. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In my own opinion, it's like
Mm,
this. Most time these guys when they go back home, they will spend a lot of money. They make the person feel as if the money they are plucking it from the back of the house. So now they have captured the heart of this person, whether a man or a woman. So bringing the person down, the person will be expecting that the kind of life you came to show he or her is how
mm-hmm.
it's supposed to be.
That's how you live
So
every
when
day.
you get there, when you land there, she will now see that he or her will see that it doesn't work that way because you need to work, you need to do something for yourself. So now they'll be feeling that is it that I have to work before I live that kind of life? Now this guy has been spending money already, and you now come and see that it doesn't work like that, and it cannot work. You have to do something. So this lady or this person will be feeling that this person wants to use he or her. You understand? Because by telling you go and work, it will be as if now you are bringing me to come and work and give you money,
Mm-hmm.
because we have to
Mm-hmm.
share things. You have to support the house. We have to share the bills. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But
And this
in the
is something that
beginning,
is,
this
but
situation,
even back home in Africa, women are not in Nigeria. Women are not used to sharing bills the way we do here in the diaspora.
yes,
That's another
yes,
cultural
that's what
shock
I'm
for them when
saying.
they come here.
When they come here, thank you. So, and at the beginning, it wasn't so. There was no relationship. There was no discussion. Even if there was a relationship, there was no discussion. There was no proper discussion for that. This is how it worked here. They don't tell them. They just bring them down. So by the time they didn't start working, and the man said, "You have to do this, you have to do this," it will be as if now she's working and he's getting all the money from her, which is not supposed to be like that. You understand? And some women and some men are very stingy. You don't need a man to tell you to support. You have to support as a woman. You understand? Or as a man. So another thing is love. Just like that sister said, some women they just want to come down here because they call it abroad. They don't know that you have to love someone before you marry the person. If you don't love the person, there's no way you come and you stay, no matter what the person will do for you. Your eyes will be some other way because you don't love that person. Because when you love somebody, just like what you said, even if the person is cheating on you, you might let go because there's love. But when there's no love, any little thing the person do, it comes to provocation. You start picking, you start piling things in your mind, you start keeping things and keeping things. Then one day you explode like a bomb in the house. But when you love this person, you want to tolerate, you want to put heads together and make it work. So I just see that if any person is going back home, whether a female or a man, to marry, you should let your partner know that this is what it is, this is what it is. You are not just coming
So
to sit on top of money.
they should have discussions about expectations, what is expected from both parts,
Yes,
from both the
yes.
husband and the wife. Mhm.
From yes, whether is a man or a woman that wants to go down there and marry, you should be able to let your partner know that this is how it is, this is how it works. Because people that they have not gone out before in their life, and now they are not coming down. You now tell the person to go and work. For example, now maybe you are in UK, you go and work for 1 hour for £10. At the end of the day, you say this person has to contribute maybe £50. This person will now say, I'm working and you're taking everything. She doesn't mind, or he doesn't mind how much you are spending to pay your bills. So there must be a proper discussion if you really want to stay with this person. So at that stage, if the person wants to come, fine. If he doesn't want, then you can do away with that person. And I advise people, there are good people here. Just look for people wherever you are so that you can now understand this person. So you can study this person and know this person better. And stop sending your family to go and do arranging people marriage for you, whether a man or a woman. It doesn't work that way. Because your family member might not really know these people. Or just like the other person said, you might not really know these people. And when a relationship is built out of lies and lies and lies, it's going to break down. It's not
They
going to
say
work.
some people, yeah,
Because by
some
the time
people
you
even borrow
discover that,
money. Yeah, they borrow money to go to Nigeria to show
that is,
up big,
yeah,
to impress, to
to
impress
show, yeah,
their suitors.
yes,
Hmm.
yes. They will collect money from the bank and they go there, they will spend a lot of money and do everything. They shop, they do all kinds of things. But when they come back here, they are going to 0 point. They have to be paying this money. Some of them are in mortgage. They have to be paying this money. So this one you are bringing down, that money you have spent for her over there, she has to work and help you to pay it. So you need to let these people know. So that if they're going to stay, they will stay. If they won't stay, they will go. And another thing again, see, some women brings luck, some bring bad luck. Some men brings luck, some bring bad luck. You might be doing well and you go and bring a woman down. At the end of the day, things will not go scatter everywhere. So sometimes we should look the other way around, to the spiritual way too. So when you want to go into this thing, if it's God you believe on, pray and ask God for direction. Because marriage is not something you just jump out and jump in. We that jumped
Thank
out,
you.
we know the reason why we jumped out.
It is
So that's
well.
all I have for today.
Thank you. Sarita, please buy a SIM card and
It is
text
well,
me on
sis.
WhatsApp. Hmm. Buy a
I
SIM card, buy
will.
gift
I
graph
will.
and text
Tomorrow I
me.
will.
Okay? Let's talk. I'm free tomorrow, so let's talk.
Okay, I will.
All right. Take care, sis.
Okay, I will.
All right. Bye. Right. All right. Moving on quickly. I've got Abisoye. Is this Abisoye? Unmute yourself. Abisoye.
Yes, Auntie B. Good afternoon, ma.
Why did you spell your Abisoye like this that you are making me crack my head to spell it? Is
Auntie
it
B, don't mind me,
is
Jare.
it not easy to just say
It's so nice to
Abisoye?
be on your show.
You're welcome. Where are you joining us from, Abisoye? Hello?
Marriage issue.
Uh-oh. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it went off for a minute there. Yeah, where are you joining us from?
I'm in UK, Sunderland to be precise.
Okay, go ahead. What do you have to say?
About this marriage issue, I think, like the last speaker said, the people that are coming down to Nigeria, they are not really telling their spouse the real nature of things. Okay, let's say you are taking, even if you take just £100 to Nigeria now, because Nigeria naira is so bad. If you give somebody in Nigeria £100, the person will just believe maybe you've arrived. But actually, that is not the real situation of things. You will know that the person here is living on minimum wage. So somebody in Nigeria will have a different perspective about what the person really worth here in the UK or in US, wherever the person might be. So I believe if you are coming to, and people in Nigeria, they are marrying the people not because they love them, but because they are just looking for an avenue
To
to
get
leave
out,
the
to
country.
japa. Everybody wants to
Exactly,
japa.
and to be exactly. So it's just like two people with different motive coming together. And I normally tell people marriage is not a rehabilitation center whereby maybe somebody that is broken will come and things will just work out. Marriage, it takes a lot of discipline, lot of patience. And if it was not built on love, how can those things thrive? It can't. So I just believe if you want to marry from Nigeria, or you want to marry somebody in diaspora, let it be because you really love the person, not because what you want to benefit from it.
But
And
you
I
know,
don't see any.
do you know, Abisoye, that there is a thin line between love and hate, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
you know,
Auntie B.
it's easy for you to love somebody when you are having a good time. You're in
Yes,
Nigeria,
yes,
you're staying in a nice house or a nice hotel,
yes,
there's
yes,
food, there's enjoyment.
yes.
What's not to love? And the person bought you
You are
nice stuff.
right.
You will
You
love
are
them
right,
now.
Auntie B. You are
But when you
right,
now
Auntie
come
B.
abroad and you see that they are sharing house, like one person that came to one woman in Germany told me that they are sharing the husband. Killing me otik, but what I never hear for this platform.
Auntie B,
She
seriously, I don't know how you do it because I can't be in your position and I would be normal. I'm telling you, Auntie B,
nothing
your
have not
mental
heard.
strength, I don't understand.
It's just the grace
Seriously,
of God, my dear.
I'm telling
The,
you, you
she
are doing so much. I mean, God
she
bless you
told me
for us.
that the two-bedroom, they stay in a two-bedroom, and this is abroad marriage. Oh. The uncle went to Nigeria to marry her. Oh. So she too now, poor family now, she see abroad man. The parents were so happy. In fact, they were jubilating that she's Owonuola, you
Ah, oh my
know.
show. Hey
Uh,
God.
when she come to the abroad, she see that it's a two-bedroom house, flat.
Hey.
He's renting the sitting room out. He's renting one room out. It's only the bedroom that he has for himself. And that is the bedroom
Oh,
they were living in. She got pregnant and
oh,
have a son there. They were still living here. The only access she has, kitchen and the bedroom. And
oh
Europe
God.
houses are not like you people that live in America that have North America massive houses. You
Massive
see house
houses.
like this, Wani,
Exactly. Their toilet is like a
UK
room in the UK.
Europe houses are so small. You can, it's like
Yes,
face me, I slap you.
yes, yes, Auntie B. But
So
Auntie B,
when she
you
got
should
there, she
not.
now realized, babe, Ola. She thought it was Ola, but she now saw that this one is Surulere.
But Auntie B, there's nothing bad there. They can actually work together. I'm
They
telling you.
they didn't
You
work
should.
together. Oh. They didn't. You know why they didn't work together? There were so many issues because expectations were not met. Okay.
Yes,
On her
yes,
part,
yes.
expectation of Wonuola didn't work. On his part, he found out that okay, the submissive wife that he was looking for, Tioni Bolenu, this one, he
Huh.
mouth sharp pass
Oh, that's what I'm saying. So the lady married this man because of what she was expecting, not
Of
because she
course,
loved the man.
both of them married each other because of what they were expecting from one another.
It's true. It's true. The man was looking for a submissive wife, but
Yes.
not knowing that she was being submissive because there was money
She
involved
wanted
as
to
at then.
come to the abroad because she thought that she's married Olowo.
Oh, huh. I just hope people will learn because I tell my husband, I said, if you are listening to Auntie B show, if you don't get anything from it, you can't have sense. So because I'm telling you, what you tell us is reality, things that are happening. It's not fiction. It's things that are happening. So I believe maybe people that are in the diaspora or people that are in Nigeria, they should try and learn from whatever, not just listening, but learning. I'm telling you, and you can even find your spouse in abroad. There are so many people here in UK. We have people from Asian people. Nigerians should broaden their. Don't just look for your people. You can marry from Asian. You can marry from UK. You can marry from different parts of the
I hear
world.
that BO is on the line now, so we'll add him soon. He was telling me that a lot of Nigerian women now they save money and every December they will go home to go and scout for husbands.
Two of my friends, they are in that boat.
Mhm.
Two of my friends are in that boat. They'll be telling me they are saving up to come to Nigeria. Do I have any wedding? Is any of my friends having a wedding that they can attend? It's somehow. I don't
To meet
understand.
people, just to meet
Yes.
people.
Yes. As if that place is how will I put, maybe it's a dating site. Maybe O and B is a dating site.
Yes, now Owambe is technically, but you might date somebody that is married, and Nigerian men are special. In Nigerian men in Nigeria, in Lagos especially, they
Ah,
will
they are,
they
even they
will
have
put their
PhD.
ring
They
in
have
their
PhD
pocket
in
like
that.
this once they see, and they have a way of knowing Obodoyibo women. They will know you. They will know you instantly. They'll say, Obede, like this, eh?
Ah, and
They
as if
will
it,
chop you before your eye go clear. Say, don't get wife and 6 children for house before
and
your eye go clear.
and they will wear that their kaftan. They will
Ha,
iron it. They will wear this
ah,
perfume with a nice palm
irọ́
tree.
ló bá dé,
Ha!
irọ́ ni
Hey
gbogbo ẹ̀
God.
lórí irọ́, lórí irọ́. Hmm, it is well. Thank you,
Auntie P, happy
Abiseyi.
birthday in advance.
Thank you,
Happy
my
birthday in
darling.
advance. I love you so much. I love you so much,
Thank
Auntie P.
you.
You are
Thank
my
you.
big auntie. Anytime I see you, oh God, I owe you a hug.
Oh, shame, my
I
dear.
love
Thank
you,
you so
Auntie.
much. I love you too.
Okay,
Bye,
ma. Take
darling.
care, ma. Bye, ma.
Bye. Abiseye said that she's got friends that are scouting, that are going. There are many. Bio already told us. Bio said that this is in his area in America, it's women that are even doing it the more.
Auntie B. Well, first of all, I totally agree with you. And just like everybody that have contributed, they've spoken very well. It would be out of place for anyone to argue that finding a wife or a partner from a distance is better than um, where you are. So the best bet is you should look for somebody closer to you within your location. So that is the normal thing, that is the best thing.
Yeah.
99% of the time, if you follow me closely, what I've said on this show, I even came to a point where I said, even finding a partner in another state in the United States is even a problem. Like
Yeah,
based
he
on
said
not
so. He
even
said,
Nigeria,
the distance even.
the
Yeah.
distance alone is going to cause a lot of challenge, right? So, and I'm grateful that you visited the US occasionally, and you can tell how big the United States is. And for those of us who live in states where there are less of Nigerians, for instance, I agree you can marry from anywhere, but life is a choice. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't blame anybody. We should be open. You can marry from anywhere. I agree totally with you. But however, everyone always have a first choice preference or whatever, you
Yeah,
know.
sure, sure,
Sure.
sure.
Yeah. So
Nigerians especially, Nigerians,
mhm.
now what? Every
Everybody have
Nigerian wants
preference.
to,
Yes.
no, most
Mm-hmm.
Nigerians want to marry Nigerians, to be honest.
Nigerians, yeah.
Yeah.
So having said that, when this topic started, I decided to look at two things. This your show every time brings out a lot of things that it make me think, it make me look inward, it make me try to, bring my brain into my true life experience into this show. So I thought about it. I've been in the United States for a while, and I can tell you for free on this is on me now that I know more men that have moved into this United States through the help of a woman than women who have moved into this United States from a man. Okay. Then when I started, I have cousins. I have young cousins, females, are doing well. Nigerian girls, young married girls, moved from Nigeria to this place. Have good career, good job. But one thing I noticed is that most December period, a lot of our Nigerian singles here do travel to Nigeria. Okay, under
Mm,
the auspices of my
I'm going
friend.
to for Christmas.
Yes, no, their friend always have wedding, even if they don't know the friend to a friend. Do you
Uh-huh,
understand? And
uh-huh.
you know, Nigeria have this group of boys now that are beer boys and everything. You know what I mean?
I never
So
heard that word for a long time.
yes,
Beer boys.
yes. So and you know
My
that
God.
yes, and you know, normally there is this syndrome within us here. You know, I'm speaking for the United States. Please let me be clear. You know,
Yeah.
so
Mm,
I don't want those from the UK to, you know, feel different. But I'm talking of what we see here in the United States more. So you know, it's easier here to fight for somebody, you know, from the United States, even if you don't have, or you are a citizen, or you have a good job and you are single, you can always fight. So what they do is they go down to Nigeria, they make friends. The respect most of these girls give those guys, they won't even give it to a guy right here. I'm not trying to batch on girls, but I'm telling you the truth. Because there's this see finish syndrome. Some people tend to respect someone they don't see than someone they know. They will see you finish
that's
because you
just
are.
silly.
It's
That's
silly.
silly. It doesn't make
Totally, I
sense.
agree with you. Silly. It's
Why?
silly behavior.
Especially
So
someone that you don't even know their intention. And most
yes.
times they are lying and deceiving you.
Right,
Oh,
right. So, and you know, one thing is, a lot of people do things out of competition. So they want to present a guy that no one is going to talk about their what do you call it? About, you know, you don't want to friend one guy. Maybe you say, oh, Dio, you don't know Dio in Dallas. Oh, that Dio, huh? Now you miss go marry. They would rather, instead of marrying that Dio, go and marry one Kule from Lagos that nobody knows the background. You see how stupid people think. The same for the men. The men that are here too as well. You will see a girl here, instead of you to respect her and marry her, just because maybe you know one or two of his her past around here, you say no, that girl whether they stay not grant finish for everywhere from Dallas to so place. I beg, they would rather go and carry one highway patrol from Nigeria. Highway patrol, you
this is
understand?
a highway patrol.
Yes.
Oh my
So
God, that is highway patrol.
it's highway patrol, because if you go and carry the highway patrol from Nigeria, you see this mentality. Because when you come here now, it's my wife don't show. Nobody knows about a woman, even if na highway. You know, even if na pay as you go. You know what I mean? They don't care. How can you go just because you're bringing someone that is kind of, you know, flashy? Nobody knows the past. They want
It's
to put the
new.
person in a
Yeah, it's a
box.
new
Do you understand
person.
what I'm saying? You know,
Mm-hmm.
if not, in this United States, we have generation of Nigerians. If you go to
Exactly.
Houston, you will see a Nigerian that was born here over 60 years ago. So why are they not marrying themselves? Most of them
Mm,
did not even come with the Nigerian mentality. Eh,
right.
just to give you this instance, a lady called me one time from Atlanta. She's like a auntie to me. She said, please, I have three daughters. Do you know somebody in Nigeria who can just take one of them? I'm tired. I'm not joking. I'm telling you, you know. But because they're even family friend to me, I was just looking. I said, wow, this is a serious matter. And she started telling them, go to Nigeria,
Is
do
it that
this.
they couldn't find guys in America or they were looking for Nigerian men specifically?
Specifically, they're looking for Nigerian men. Do you understand me?
Okay, that's
And
a problem. That's
that's
the
the
problem there.
problem. And
Yeah.
even if they're still looking for Nigerian men, that's why I'm telling you, Auntie B, as they're looking for Nigerian men, the same way that lady has three girls, one boy, right? There are other
Mm-hmm.
Nigerians within Chicago, Illinois, that also have maybe four male, one daughter, right? They have
Mm-hmm.
their mates. Why don't they marry themselves? Forget
Yeah.
about those of us who even came from Nigeria with Nigerian mentality. What
Is
of
it that,
those?
yeah, so we are talking about second and third generation Nigerians now. Is it that
Right.
there's no medium? Is it that there's no place for them to connect? Is that the problem?
Oh, there are a lot of places for them to connect. Most of them went to the same school. Most of them, they know their family in total. You know what I mean? You know. But what I'm saying here is that once you know, there's this stupid mentality which you just identified just now, which is they think that for this familiarity. You understand what I'm trying to say? This
Mm,
familiarity. A
mm,
friend of mine in this US was lucky to marry a girl, not because he qualified for the girl, but I can tell you because the girl is a big girl where she is, and this girl is living in a different state. Once she discovered that where she was, that nobody would know about this guy, like, you know what I mean, something like that. And
Is
the
it
guy
like
had, huh?
when you keep saying knowing about them, is it their dating history to know who they've been with? Is that what it is?
That is number one. And number two, when they do this, this social media, Instagram, everything have brought people into things. Now, girls of these days can just marry because of ordinary beers, how I look, how handsome. Nobody will talk bad on me on my marriage. You know what I'm trying to say? Not like I post my husband, oh, I'm marrying this guy. Then somebody say, oh, is it Bio? Hey, Bio, well, don't do this. Well, carry. You know what I'm trying to say? Things like that. So that is one thing. I don't know if I could express that part very well. So, but the point here is that we continue to ask ourselves a question. Why go out to look for a partner when you can actually find a partner where you are, right? And two, why go out to take something that you cannot achieve if both of you are on the same platform? Like, for instance, you know that you are a Nigerian man in the United States, for instance. Don't quote me wrong. I'm not trying to insult any job or whatever. But you know that you are looking for a Nigerian doctor who is just 27 years or nurse to relocate to the United States. And you know that if you are in Nigeria with that woman normally on the same platform, even if you say, hello, excuse me, this girl not going to look your face based on one, maybe age difference, two, maybe based on educational status, you know what I mean, profile. So you went ahead to do that because that person just want to come to the United States. And when that person comes or achieve it, because when we talk about this, we must look at two things. There are two ways of choosing partner. Sometimes some people choose their partner when they are not balanced, while some people choose their partner when they are balanced. So if you go to Nigeria to choose a girl, you are choosing a girl that is not balanced yet. And once that girl becomes balanced, our eyes will be open. Do you understand me? So it is a risk on any man, whether woman, to choose a partner, knowing that the condition of that partner is not yet good enough for them to make a better choice. Because in the end, when the right time comes, their eyes will be open.
When push comes to shove and the real issues of life come
right.
up. Debo Basket said that guys want girls who are low key that everyone won't know.
What's that?
Oh my God.
I don't understand that.
So funny.
Low key.
I mean, what are you looking for in a partner? Is it low key you are looking for, or high key, or you are looking at compatibility and the things that fundamentally align both of you together? Is that what you're looking for? Low key, high
looking
key.
for low key. What's
low
key?
What does that even mean? That you are high key. Okay, for instance, if a woman is on social media, maybe they are a blogger, so they are not low key, obviously. They are out there every day talking on social media and all that. But until you get to know somebody on a one-to-one basis, you study them, you spend time with them to know what are their values, what is their moral standards, what do they care about, how do they treat other people. What does low key and high key got to do with anything?
Maybe he was trying to talk about loyalty in the wrong way.
No. He's saying that this is what men are looking for. They are looking for. No, I think he's kind of saying, or she's kind of saying what you said exactly about how in the US, a lot of people don't want to marry people that people know their dating history. That's what they are saying.
Oh, okay.
That's what it means. That they don't want anybody will say, this girl, when we don't see for here, when you don't do this, or this man, when you don't do this, when you don't do that. Everybody has a history.
Everybody has history. That is true. That's why I say you will not, because of that, go to Nigeria and carry highway. You understand what I mean?
He's saying a highway. I beg your terminology for here. They break my head. He's saying a highway
patrol. They call that one.
Lagos highway. I've been which one? Enugu on the shower.
Highway patrol.
Highway
When
patrol.
Auntie B, if my friend tell you say that person na highway, you know what he mean? You
I
know
don't know what
now.
you mean, no. I don't know what the
Auntie
highway
B,
mean, no.
you go cross highway with ordinary leg.
Eh, we need flyover to cross highway. Oh, it is well. May God help us.
It is well. Okay,
Thank
let other
you.
people contribute. Let me be watching there. I
Thank
beg.
you so
Let
much.
us try
Yeah,
and look for partners where we are, you know.
yeah.
God will do it. But it's by chance and prayers anyway, to be honest. Because
Mm.
my fiance right now is by chance. Yes,
Bio, hold
yes.
on. You
Eh.
didn't tell us you are engaged. You just drop that one for just drop fiancé. I you just drop fiancé without you no tell over the fan. Knowing that we'll be fasting and praying for you. I you
Yeah,
just say fiancé.
una prayer.
Which the fiancé enter when you no tell us? Eh?
This relationship went very fast, to be honest. You know, say
Really?
you tell me one thing. You say, Bill, we are praying for you. The day you
Yes.
find her, that God will just give you this and that. And let me tell you the truth, the prayer is really, really working, you know. So well, we just pray to
Somebody
God.
said that's how you went. That's why you went to Nigeria. Now Nigeria you for see and Bill. Tell
No,
us now.
no. I'm not saying for Nigeria.
Me, I don't want anybody for
No,
Naija.
not here
We
for
are in the
Nigeria.
same WhatsApp group. You know
No,
want
right?
now. You know want no. Me, I don't even want interstate for
No,
America.
I don't want it as state said. I met her in this North Carolina. That's why I say now by chance. You know they say chance. Not
Mhm.
by chance and God's
We need
direction.
to examine her.
Yes, so you need to
We need
examine her well.
yes, we need to examine her. So
Yes.
talk to me later. You know,
Sure, no,
you have
no
to talk to me
problem.
later
No problem.
because now you don't come drop fiancé
Now
now
so
without you not tell me
celebration.
before.
That's so celebration we dey celebrate. After your birthday now, we go do
We go do wedding. We go
hey
do
eh
wedding.
eh
Hey, I
egele
go buy
egele go
that
show.
show.
Ah.
Congratulations,
All
Bio.
right,
I'm
Auntie
very happy
B.
for you. Well done. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah. Okay. The next person is Nko Ira.
Okay,
Good
it's me.
evening.
Hello.
Did I pronounce that well?
It's fine. It's
Oh,
fine.
sorry. Is that where is that name from?
It's Nkoya, so I'm from Agbo, Delta
Oh,
State.
Nkoya,
I'm
you're welcome. Where
anyway
are you joining
uh,
us from? I haven't seen you
fr-
before.
from France. I'm calling from France.
You're welcome. You're
Thank you.
welcome.
This is the first time I'm
Bonjour.
calling you.
Bonjour,
Bonjour.
madame. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Vous allez bien?
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
this is the first time I'm calling you. I just wanted to give my own contribution to this. I am an imported wife, and I want to
Okay.
tell you that sometimes it works. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've been married to my husband for 26 years now.
Mm-hmm.
He came to Nigeria. We met in Nigeria. He was a student here.
Mm-hmm.
And before coming over, sorry, because since this is my first time, I'm a bit,
No, it's okay.
I don't
It's
know.
okay. It's okay. Take your time.
So,
You know, but the fam, we are loving here. No judgment.
yeah,
Just take your
I
time here.
know.
It's good
I
to hear
know.
positive story, to be honest. So
Yeah,
I'm glad that you called in. Yeah.
yes. It's been a long time. I wanted to share my story too.
Oh,
And
really?
so, before coming to stay, he invited me over
Mm-hmm.
on holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when I came on holidays, I saw that there is a big work. It's not what I was expecting that I saw, but he
Right.
never told me he was a rich guy. He never told me he had everything. All he told me was he wanted a wife from Nigeria because he had dated French girls and it didn't work well with him.
Right.
And so I said, okay, he said, we'll give this a try to see where we'll take it to. And I
I
said,
love
okay,
that. I love
okay.
that. He didn't just meet you and say, marry me the next day, I will give you the whole world.
No, no. I met him while I was in school. We started dating, long distance dating now at that time in the 90s, late 90s, okay? Before he will write later, before he gets to me, it took time. So when I
Mm-hmm.
was 7, he came and told me to marry him. I said, just
Mm-hmm.
like that, I don't really know you, even though
Mm-hmm.
we were writing letters and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, okay, we'll give it a try. And so, like I said, when I came on holidays, I saw that there is a big war. But
What do
I
you mean
was
there's a
ready for
big, what
that.
do you mean by that? What did you see that shocked
I
you?
was when we got married, I started staying with the uncle, and I had everything at my disposal. I had cards and everything. So when I came to this place, when he came to take me to carry me from the train station, I saw his car. I said, "What? This is your car?" I said,
What happened to the car? Was it a Porsche car or it was a
"My
jalopy?
God, it was a jalopy."
It was
I
a
still tease him to today.
jalopy. I'm sure in your head you say, is this man in Obodoyibo and why is he in Ajegunle?
I think this one is over there, but I still tease him with that. So, but I was ready because he came out straight to me. He told
Mhm,
me we are going to give this a try, and he's a good man. So, what I
mhm.
want to say before I continue is that when you meet somebody that is good, whether he meets the girl here in Europe, in abroad, or is in Nigeria, he will always remain that good man he is. He will always remain that good man he is. So, I was willing to work with him. So, when I came, in France, there is a language barrier, so I had to
Yeah,
learn the
you have to
language and
learn
all that.
French. Yes, yes.
And he gave me all the support I needed. Immediately I came, he put my name in the account. I had access to money. I had
You
access to
see,
everything, even
you
though we didn't
see,
have much.
you see, you even though he didn't have much, there was trust and
Yes,
there was openness. He puts you in his account.
yes,
And I'm glad that you said he's a good man because
yes,
these are the things that he did to demonstrate that he was committed to the marriage. Imagine
yes,
if you had come with the wretchedness, in quote, because nobody is wretched, but it's not what you expected
yes,
coming from Nigeria. And he was not
yes,
hiding the
yes,
small that he had, he was hiding it from you.
yes.
Then your experience will not be the same.
No.
Mm.
So I went into school. I learned the French, and later I got job. I got a job. And I started having children. I have two children now today, and they are doing very well. And I can tell you that we have been able to build our life and we are happy in France. We've
Hmm.
bought our house, we've built our house in Nigeria. We are
Congratulations.
happy.
Hmm.
We are happy. We've made it. So if like I watched one of your videos, in marriage, when there is effective communication,
Mm-hmm.
when there is understanding, two of you work together, it will always work.
Mm-hmm.
Whether the husband or the wife is coming from Nigeria or you meet in the same place. It's effective communication, it's understanding.
Hmm.
And I just want to give plenty boza to my husband because he's worth it. He's worth it. Yes,
Thank
Auntie B.
you.
So
Thank you
yeah,
so
I just
much for sharing. In fact, your story sweet my belly. It sweet my belly because they too hear positive story about imported wives. And you know what? I want to give 1,000 booster to your husband because you know what? He made it easy for you.
yes, he did.
Say we women, if I say it all the time, they will say, hey, you always dey support women. You dey support women. I'm not saying that all women are good, though. I'm not saying that all
Mm,
women are angels. There are some she devils out there. But for the
mm,
majority of Nigerian women who were raised in Nigeria, especially the ones that were born in the 70s, you were born in the 60s, you were born
yeah,
even in the 80s, the
yeah,
way they raise those is I don't know if you understand Yoruba.
yeah,
Ile eko. You are raised for your husband's house to go and learn, to go and be
yeah,
patient, to go and So if you see an understanding man
yeah.
who carries you along, is transparent, he tell you,
Mm,
say, I don't have much, but the
mm.
little I have, let's share it. Most
No, he
Nigerian
says it to
women.
everybody that wants to listen. He said, My wife is the reason that I'm here today. My wife is the reason we've done this. My wife is the reason we've done that. We were able to do it because he listened to me.
People are
He
saying you should
listened
come
to
and
me.
share your story, my sister. We want to hear the full story. So contact me because you know what? Please, it's very
Yeah,
important. We
yeah,
hear a lot of negative stories, and it is
yeah,
good for us to hear positive ones too. Yours is a positive one out
yeah,
of 100. Okay,
Yes.
so if you don't mind, my WhatsApp number is there. Please WhatsApp me. We'll arrange it at a suitable time for us to come and tell us about this amazing human being that you married,
Yes.
that made
Yes.
marriage easy, and you guys have
Yes.
made it. The jalopy
Yes.
of that day is turned to a very nice car now. You are
Oh
enjoying
yes,
now.
Auntie.
Oh.
Oh
You
yes,
are
Sister
enjoying
G.
now, my sister.
I'm enjoying.
We give glory to God. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank
Thanks
you,
for
Auntie.
sharing. Yeah, it
Thank
is well with
you.
your
Yeah.
family. And the Lord will
Thank you.
continue to uphold you. The devil will never come
Amen.
into your midst. Your love will continue to be strengthened,
Amen.
and you'll be strong, and you'll be happy.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you
Auntie.
so much,
Thank
sis.
you.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you.
Wow. Nko just, in fact, she gave us a different perspective, which happens very occasionally, but is still there. Like I said, there are very few ones that still work. But it is important for us to bring out the lessons from how she explained her. I will get to it later when I'm doing my summary. I was taking notes. I was taking notes. So let me move on. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that very positive story. It's just warmed my heart. I feel so good hearing positive things. I'm tired of hearing negative stories. Honestly, if you have a positive one, please come and share now. Come and share. Help us. Help our ministry. Don't let people lose hope in marriage. Let people know that it still works. Please come and share positive. Oh, hey, Joe. We want positive story. Okay. That's so chic.
Hello, Auntie V. Good evening, ma.
Good evening. How are you, darling?
Fine. Happy new month. Happy birthday in
Same to
advance.
you. Thank you,
It,
my darling.
thank
Where you
you.
joining us from?
Germany.
Okay, well, welcome. You have a lot of
Thank you.
stories in Germany. Germany is the headquarters of Mango Park.
Auntie, there are plenty.
I know, I
Jesus.
know.
I've met plenty.
Mhm,
I've met plenty, but I'm just glad about the family I come from and the kind of God that has been on my side.
mhm. Were you imported too?
No, I came to study and
And
then I just decided to stay.
okay, did you import somebody?
No, the first thing I was told before I even left Nigeria, the first thing my auntie's husband told me was, "You will suffer when you get to Germany. Have that at the back of your mind." And after that, break any relationship you have in Nigeria before you go, because when you get there, your life will change to the point that everything back home will be different. Even when you come home for 2 weeks, it might be difficult for you because you have to work for everything you have. And always remember that you will change. So don't think that you will leave someone back home and think the person will be the same person and you will remain the same person.
Mhm.
So either you leave.
That living somebody back home, I have a personal story about it that happened to my own brother. I kept saying I'm going to share that story. The person that gave you that advice gave you very good advice.
So, luckily for me, my relationship ended like 3 months before I got into school in
Hmm.
Germany. So I just I just left. For me, it was a whole new start, a fresh beginning. So
Hmm.
I came and followed myself. So the first thing I did was I mixed with a lot of Nigerians. I saw things. So for me, normally, the way I was brought up, my parents always say, make sure you are not the one making the mistake. Make sure you are learning from other people's mistakes. That way, even
Wow.
when you make mistakes, there will be less the consequences will
Consequences.
be less than it would be.
Wow.
It will be that probably you were not looking or you did not read the room properly.
I love
And
that. I really,
and
really like that.
and that's how I have I've made a lot of mistakes. Yes, I spent 4 years for my 2 years masters because I wanted to marry somebody, but I'm glad that I made that mistake. I went back to school, I finished, and I would advise anybody, don't go back home to marry, because and CB, the truth is, the person you left home, even if you grew up together, the person you left back home when you came here, even within 2 months, it's not the same person you will meet. Things
You are
happen.
changing. You are
You
changing. He
you are
is changing.
changing. He's
She
changing.
is changing.
She's
You are changing.
changing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not the same person I was back then. The truth is, even the me of now, I'm not the same person from last year. Even when I speak to my mom, she says, "Ah, you've grown. No, you don't grow. Thank God." Say, "Hey, not be that picking for Bini that time. You don't change. At least you don't get sense. You don't get sense
Because you are
now."
maturing every day.
you're growing, things happen, you see, you
Mhm.
don't react the way you used to react before, your mindset changes, you don't accept the things you used to accept before, and at the same time you are patient, you are kind. It's like you're a whole new person because circumstances happen to you and you realize that you can leave allowance for other people and understand that when people make mistakes, remember they did not have the kind of advice you got, they did not
Mm.
have the kind of family looking out for you.
Mm.
I'm lucky that I had the kind of family I had looking out for me. I'm lucky I had the people talking to me, and when I did not listen, it was even when I came to Germany, I stopped listening in my head, I'm abroad, and I made the mistakes, I went back, and I'm glad that I did not go and do that nonsense in Nigeria because I for the suffer now. The
Mm.
truth is, it would have been terrible. I wouldn't have finished school. I'll have kids that I may end up being depressed because
Mhm.
at the end of
Mhm.
the day, I ran.
Because you put your dreams on hold
My
now because of marriage.
yes,
And if the marriage doesn't work now, then you feel like a failure.
I, I already felt like a failure. I put my dreams on hold already
Mm.
that okay, I will marry, then
Mm.
after I will now continue. But I'm grateful to God that God scattered that situation. That's all
Mm.
I would say.
Well done.
So
Well done. Mm.
so
So
the
how are you
reason
doing now? Are you dating?
not really actually. um
There are so many Mongo parks in Germany, honestly.
Auntie B, the truth is right now I'm more open. So I'm not just saying it's just
Don't look
Nigerians.
for only Nigeria.
No,
No, don't look
no.
for only Nigerian.
I've experienced it both ways from Germans and Nigerians. Mongo
Yeah, it
Park
doesn't
comes
mean
in,
that they are not
or
Mongo Park
Auntie
Germans, oh.
B,
There are some
Auntie
Oyibo
B.
Mongo Park, oh.
The my experience with the Oyinbo, he wanted me. He knew I was getting a degree, okay, PhD. He knows how much I would just be going up. This guy wanted me to sign contract so that when we marry, na me go dey pay more so that he go can't divorce me after. Then I will be paying him alimony.
Oyibo.
So and yes, and
Lobaton.
as in the contract was na me go carry the whole load for head,
You
and
say you
it
should come and
was
sign contract.
yes we were supposed to we will
You
go
for
sign
tell am say
prenup.
I drop and pass. Na
Auntie
Naija
B,
girl I be.
Auntie B, I go carry buy carton, I pack, come off for us. Now, na Benin,
Killing
I don't
Chris.
understand. As in, after what, I no, because I was like, wait, a Nigerian will do me, Igbo will now still do me again because I will be 30 years old soon, I'm afraid. But right
No,
now,
afraid of what? What are you afraid of?
and that was what I thought then. But the day I had my 30th birthday,
Mm.
that was after the next day I woke up, I was like, so now so 30 years be. I beg.
Me,
So
me, I go be
life.
50 in a few days. I still feel as if I be 18. You know
Auntie
they
B,
change.
you
You know they
look
change.
good.
What age is just a number, Jare? If I say
I'm
I dey
telling
find,
you.
if I say I dey find husband now, as I dey here now, say I be single girl, I no go see. I go see now. I'm sure I go see. I be my brothers. What do I think? I no go see. I go see. So forget about
So,
that.
Auntie
Mm.
B, at the end of the day, though, the reason I think our people go back home to pick up partners is because we are so familiar, we are conditioned with with
Somebody
this
says
our
because Nneka says
mentality.
because of Nigerian food.
Ni-
He says because of Nigerian food. That's why
yeah,
people, that a
yeah.
lot
The
of the
reason
brothers
a
that
lot
go to Nigeria is because of Nigerian food.
is true.
Anybody can learn to
It's
make,
true.
even Yibo that love you will
Oyinbo,
learn to make Nigerian
my
food.
ex, the German guy, was the one making jollof rice and egusi soup.
Exactly.
So
So what's
so
that? It's
YouTube
all
is
on
there to
YouTube. Go and
learn.
follow Sisi Yemi
YouTube is
and
there to learn.
Sisi Jeremiah or what's her name. You will
You
learn
see
everything.
Jemima and
And Jemima,
so
yeah. Everything is on YouTube. Now anybody can learn to cook anything.
anybody
No
can
big
learn
deal.
anything. But the
No
reason they
worry.
go home is the thing is what I noticed is even I schooled here, even the people I schooled with, it's annoying that they only see doesn't they just it's like they are conditioned one
Did you
way.
say you have
Now
a
Nigeria,
PhD?
I'm about to get it.
Wow, congratulations. And you look so young at 30. And you have
34.
a you are 34 and
Yes.
you are about to finish your PhD.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. They clap, 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 clap. I bet when I me clap for this young, beautiful girl. When I me clap for him. Not be only marriage, but the thing when we dey celebrate it. We dey celebrate marriage, but we go also celebrate accomplishments. To read book. To read book, not easy. Eh? At 34, you are finishing your PhD. Oh, no worry. You will see better one, okay? But just be
Amen.
clear. Don't settle.
No, what I
Don't
told
let pressure,
myself,
don't let
never.
desperation set in. You've done so well for yourself. You've achieved so much at such a young age, and you just have to go for the best. No settle. No settle.
No, I that one is for sure. I'm not even that. What I told myself was, Auntie B, I'm from an abusive home. Till
Aha.
now, it's still happening.
Right.
We've been begging my mom to leave. Like I since I was 8, I was begging her to leave till now.
And she's still there.
So she's still there, of course.
So
What will
you know
people say?
better.
So
Okay.
I know. And from what I realized, the reason I said, okay, it's my career of face and with that, I realized that
There's one guy in Germany that was harassing BO just now that BO should introduce him to somebody. Matthew, see fine girl now. You dey see fine girl. You know so bad. Send me message. I get Matthew number. Man, hook on our office in Germany. Now, but the farm, so I know it better not be a Mongo Park. Send me
Auntie,
message for WhatsApp.
Auntie, I'm afraid of Nigerians.
You're afraid of Nigerians? No,
They showed
Nigerians
me
good though.
pepper
Some
in
good
this
ones though.
Germany. They showed me
No,
pepper in this
not be
Germany.
all, not be all. Good
The
ones
only
they, no worry.
the only people I talk to now are my family members. So we've been able
No,
to
it's
move my
okay.
brothers and stuff.
No.
But
You know, say they say Yoruba ni if person fall from horse, now horse goes it go still climb. So it not be anything. In Mongo Park, they for all cultures and even Uyibo way tell you make consign contract to come. That one not be Mongo Park. So no worry.
it's the same thing. At the end of the day, what I realized is that probably because of the way I grew up, I attract abusers. So
No,
if
no,
they are
no,
not
no, no,
abusing me
no,
mentally or
no. Don't
physically,
confess that. No, 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 no.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
that's something that I realized and I prayed about it,
Yeah,
and I also changed my cycle.
you can break the circle. Okay. Have you had therapy?
I'm in therapy.
Okay. Talk to me. Let's talk privately, okay?
Okay.
All right, my darling. Thanks for
So
sharing. Yeah. Well done.
thank you,
Well done. I
Auntie.
celebrate you, my darling.
Thank you.
All right, sweetheart. Bye. 34 years old, PhD in view. Ha. Easy. If it easy, all of us forget her now. Auntie Lizzie, good evening, ma.
Good evening. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're welcome.
Okay, we thank God. Well done, Auntie B, and happy birthday in advance.
Thank you, ma.
So we are all looking forward to your birthday.
Thank you, ma.
Okay. So I want to say first of all the reason why people go back home to marry.
Mhm.
Most of the points have been said. Due, by other people, it could be due to you know, personal reason, selfishness. They want people to come and work for them and so on and so forth. But we must also not forget that we have family pressures
Mhm.
from home, from our
Mhm.
parents.
Mhm.
When a young man is leaving home, they will say, make sure you are not married to a white woman. No,
Mhm.
they will warn you.
Mm.
And you know that we do have family values. We respect our parents so much in
Yes.
Nigeria.
Mhm.
We do respect them. And if that is the last wish we want to honor, even after the parents have died, they'll say, oh, that was her wish before she died. Or,
Mhm.
that was my dad's wish. So that's one of the reasons that
Mhm.
people will say, oh, I need to go back home and marry. I need
Yeah,
to go
just
back to my,
to please their
just
parents.
to please their parents
Yeah.
or whoever brought them up. That
Yeah.
is one. It's very, very painful to know that we up till today, even despite our exposures and things like that, we our parents are not letting us go. They're not letting us make decisions
But isn't
ourselves.
it time, Sister Liz, is it not time for us to challenge our parents?
Yeah, and that is what I want to say. That so one of the solutions to that is to
Mm.
begin to make our parents reason with us.
Yeah.
To make our parents, because well, even it's not only in this marriage, even in divorce. Your parents
Yeah.
will say, oh, you cannot divorce that man. Oh, did. All those things. But they are not the one in the marriage.
Yes, absolutely.
You are the one in the marriage. And
Mhm.
whoever they want you to come and marry in Nigeria or, whether a man or woman, they will not be the people in the marriage. So I think it's high time we start challenging our parents
Yeah.
regarding this. I'm from Nigeria, and I have 4 grown-up girls. I even have a girl that is 35-year-old that's yet to be married.
Mm.
You got my point. But the pressure is not on her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's only because I can reason, but so many other parents would
It's
have
true.
sent that to go
Yeah.
to Nigeria and
This
bring somebody.
generation, yes. This generation, my
Yes,
daughter she's dating, she's not married. When if the dad was gonna bring it up and say, oh, I say, please, 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 just leave
exactly.
her.
We need to let them breathe.
She's a higher
And
achiever.
we find out
She's
that
doing so well. But she
most
will
of our
marry when she
children
will
now.
marry. If it is the will of God, I beg. I don't
Hmm.
want, because I know the pressure I went through. No pressure. No. Zero pressure. In fact, that pressure,
Exactly.
you know why, Sister Lizzie? Pressure make people, both men and women, make the wrong choices.
Exactly. And you lose confidence in yourself as well. Because by the time you marry the wrong person and they are abusing you, you can't say anything
No, I
because
said no, don't even bring
that,
it up.
exactly.
You see that? I said, don't worry. Just
So
pray.
it's very, very important for us to be aware of that. And I think the other thing is that most of our children here, they are career driven.
Mhm.
They want to get their master. Look at that young lady that spoke
Yeah.
last.
Yeah.
She's about getting her PhD at 34.
Yes.
So we have children who are career driven. They want to settle. They want to buy their home. They want, their house. They want to get nice cars and feel comfortable before thinking about marriage.
Mhm. Yeah.
But Nigerian parents will not let them be,
Mhm.
because either they want to see their grandchildren, they want to see, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm totally innocent about this, because
Yeah.
obviously I'm a Nigerian mother as well, and I
Yes,
want
ma'am.
the best for my children. I do talk to them about it, but but I understand the pressure that is on these children.
Yeah, but you're not gonna
And
put that undue pressure on them every day to say, bring your husband home,
no,
bring your
no,
husband home. I want
parents
to see the husband.
need to understand. Parents need to understand that the society is changing, and then we have to be changing with it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our parents that are in Nigeria refuse to relinquish that authority that they think they have upon us, and that's why we need to start challenging them.
Sister
So,
Lizzie, it's a good thing you are bringing up the African parent thing, because Stephanie here, a beautiful Stephanie that is a homebody. Stephanie, you need to get out of the house. I hear you saying in the comment section that you are waiting for your husband to come and find you inside your house watching Netflix. You better get out. You
so
must put yourself
another
out there. You're so pretty. She said that, Chai, Auntie B, I love your mindset. My parents' own is that they want an Igbo man. So they don't just want her
this
to
is
marry,
this
they
is this
want
is
a
the next point I've
specific
got.
tribe.
That is
Specific.
that is the next thing I've got on the on my list, because I've put some points down. The
Yes,
the
ma'am.
next point is that the parents we even want to prescribe who you bring home. They want an Igbo or Yoruba person. They want a Catholic. Because they're Catholic, they want you to go and look for a Catholic
No,
woman
I
or
mean, enough
Catholic.
of that. Sis Lizzie,
I
enough
do
of
have
that.
somebody in
We
America
need to stop
that
them. Enough of that.
exactly. But I
It
have
is
a
not their
man in
lives.
America,
This
almost 40 now, and he's not married because most of the people that he dates are not Catholic, and the parents are insistent. They live in America.
no, this
They
is the
want a
thing.
Catholic girl.
This is the thing. Let me tell you this, Sister Lizzie. God bless you for your renewed mind. You are a mother, and you are changing with times, and we love parents like you. You are a new generation parents. Let me tell you
Well,
something. It is time
I
for
wasn't
us.
born here. I had to recondition my mind.
I
I had
know,
to
but it's
grow.
not everybody
Fine.
that changes. Some
Yeah.
women or men, some African parents, they refuse to change. Even if they live in the diaspora, their mentality
Mhm.
is stuck in the dark ages. They are still in Nigeria. Look, it is time for us to put our foot down to tell our
It
parents,
is.
no,
It
this is not
is.
your life. You
Mm,
lived your life as a Catholic, an
mm,
Igbo man or a Yoruba man married to a Yoruba
mm,
woman, an Igbo man married
mm.
to a This is my life. If I want to marry a man from Afghanistan, so be it. Even if I'm making a mistake, let me make my mistake in peace. We need to start putting our foot down, because let me tell you, Sister Lizzie, a lot of African parents have led their children astray in
I
marriage.
know. I know. I know.
The
We
pressure
we
is
see
too
them. I'm
much.
a social worker, and we hear things. you know, in social work profession, you hear things. I work with children and family, and in some instances, when you go into families that have disputes and things like that, and they tell their stories. In fact, to put that down on his CNF, you wonder, how do I write this story?
Most squad say Igbo
You know,
own was my younger sister just broke up with her boyfriend because the parents want him to marry an Igbo girl. So I
can
think we
you
need to do
imagine?
another show entirely dedicated
Can you
to
imagine that?
controlling African parents
Parents, yeah.
because this is
And
getting
I think
out of
another
hand.
thing, I think another thing our parents are not understanding is the fact that I'm a Christian, right? And my youngest daughter, she's 30. She had children out of wedlock. She had twins out of wedlock. She's married now, but she had twins out of wedlock. And she said, "Oh, one time they were just appreciating me, and during the lockdown we used to have a Zoom talk because I was in the house and they were in their various houses. So one day they said they wanted to appreciate me, and they were talking about good things about me and so on. And this my youngest daughter said, Mom, I really want to say thank you, because when I was pregnant I was so afraid that you are an evangelist in your church, and I don't know how I've put you to shame and so on. But instead, you just took me to church, and you even asked people women to come and pray for me, because I did prayer shower for her.
Okay, so she
And I told her,
got
I said,
pregnant without outside marriage.
yeah, I said, excuse me. I said, children are gifts from God.
Mhm.
If God allowed it to happen, I'm grateful for it. And I will never hide my child or my children because of what other people will say. I will never.
Mm.
I said, do you know what? I was proud of you that you did not even go and do abortion. What about if you are going to do the abortion? So,
Thank you.
we parents, we need to be a little bit more liberal.
And
So
you
one
know
of the
the
things,
reason why a lot of these parents do this is because of what people will say.
yeah, that is what I'm saying. What people will say. What people
Mhm.
will say.
It's
And
what
we
people
we
will
know
say.
we know people that have destroyed their children's life because they were hiding and giving them wrong advices because of what people will say. Live for
Mm.
yourself and let your children live their own lives. It is very,
Thank
very
you.
important.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I think another point is the fact that, you know, we do not allow our children, because of our culture, we don't like partnership living.
Mm.
So when
Mm.
a child brings a man home, after a few weeks, you're thinking, okay, when is it going
When
to
is he
happen?
going to propose?
When is it going to propose or
My
whatever?
children
And
were
when they
trying to
want to move
educate
in
me.
together, you discourage them.
Yeah, my children were trying to educate me about the benefit of living together before marriage the other day.
Hey,
And I
it is
said,
difficult if if you look at it in a religious way, but you
yes.
need to sit down and advise them and
Mm-hmm.
set boundaries. They need to set boundaries.
Mm. Thank you,
You
ma'am.
see, if boundaries are set, things can work out well. Because we're talking about people going to Nigeria without knowing themselves and so on. What about people here? They need to know themselves still.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
appreciate your
I just pray
contribution,
that
ma'am.
God will give us
Mm.
wisdom, you know.
Amen.
And another thing is that people that are not having marriage counseling, when you go to Nigeria to marry somebody, you have not sat down to make a plan about the marriage. You've not had counseling. You have not
No,
talked about yourselves. You have not
nothing.
talked
They don't
about
talk
how many
about
children
anything.
you want.
No, the only
You
thing they
know,
talk about is how to do the visa and come here. And then when you come here, you
so
see
that
there is a
marriage is
stranger
bound to
you
fail.
married.
The
And then the
marriage is
stranger will
bound
be
to
looking at
fail.
you and say, this man must be a madman. I didn't know. I didn't know.
So
If I knew, I would not have married you.
exactly. And
Thank you, Sister
I will
Lizzie.
say that I agree with
Mm.
you that we need to be more open to other race.
Yeah,
Nigerians need to be more open to other race.
yeah,
There's nothing that should be stopping us.
yeah.
There's nothing that should be
Absolutely.
stopping us. Human
Yeah,
beings are human beings.
Nigerians are very proud people. That's one thing I've noticed. Amongst all Africans, Nigerians are too proud. We feel like we are better than every other person. That's why. So for
Well,
most
the Lord
Nigerian
will help
women,
us.
yeah, they will look
But
at,
the Bible says that God hates a
pride.
proud
Mm, yeah.
person.
So
we
when
need
one
to
brother from Kenya will now come with his chokoto that is not touching ground now, come and be say, hello, sister. You say, oh. When you see one tush Nigerian guys, because Nigerian guys themselves, they don't spoil Nigerian women. You know, so you keep comparing, look at this one that is chokoto, it didn't reach ground, and it's matching red and yellow color.
But
And
listen, it's
you,
not about looks though. It's not about
but
looks.
women look at things like that. They look at
Mm.
packaging, you know, and that is why you see a lot of Yoruba demons. This is what they used to deceive
The
women.
Lord, the Lord will help
Mispackaging.
us.
Eh, you
The
now see
Lord will
one
help us.
clean Yoruba demon, and with his according to BO is baby that is oily and shiny. You say, look at this one, no, please, please, please. You that have not cut your hair for 3 months, you want to come and say hello, baby? I beg, I beg, I beg. He might be a good man, you know, but you
That's
didn't even
right.
give them a chance because you are looking at the Yoruba demon that is all oiled up from head to toe. Why you missing out on somebody that is
And what I
just
normally say to people is that you make a woman out of the person you marry. You make a man out of the person you marry. So if you meet somebody that you think their dressing is not okay, you can touch them up. You can bring them to your standard. It's not about just the, the mannerism. I mean, the way of dressing or their look. You can touch them up. The
yeah, you
important thing
can.
is, do you have that connection?
You
Do
have the
you have that
patience. Do you have the
chemistry?
patience? Do you
Do
have the
you have that
patience
love?
to go through the exterior to get to the inner,
And that
to
is the
get
essence of marriage, premarital counseling. It's very,
yeah.
very important.
Because if the person is a is a diamond but in the raw shape, you if you don't
Exactly.
have the patience, you might not get to the shiny
You will
object.
not be
So
able to,
yeah,
to
you
bring
just look
out the
at him
good
and
in
say,
him.
"You, this one, please don't ask me for my number. I don't have number to give you. Just go away, Jerry." When Nigerian brothers that can package, but Lori Europe, all is Lori Europe, they are trying to deceive you. Yoruba demons are trying to deceive you with their baby. Thank you so much, Sister Lizzie. Really appreciate talking to you, man. God bless you, and I wish you the best with your daughters. I know that when the time and season comes, the Lord will grant them the desire of their heart. They will locate the bone of their bone, not Eguelegun, not Mongo Parks, in Jesus' name. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Okay, we are moving on very quickly. Abby, you are next.
Auntie B, good evening, good afternoon. Oh, well
You're
done. Let me
welcome.
borrow more. Yeah, you people should like it,
Like it,
yo.
like it, like it.
Auntie B, congratulations in advance. God will bless you and continue to give you more years for your 50th celebration. And congratulations on your
Amen.
new home. And God will protect your family. So let me just jump
Amen.
right in. Let me not waste time because I know there might be people waiting. I really like this topic. Sorry, I came in the middle of it. I think when PO was talking, that's when I came. But I just took some notes. What I'm going to say is not an absolute statement. It's not a brush all over every man or women or anybody. But I'm going to say just maybe on my experiences, me living in Canada. So men going home to go and marry, mostly men in their late 20s and in their 30s, at least men of my generation. Part of the thing that is making them do that is their insecurity and their ego. Most of them, they don't want to level up because most of us, you will see that we, like myself, the first generation immigrant, we came here, majority of us came here to school. And after schooling, we try to get good jobs and all that. By the time they see that, they get insecure about that. They'll be like, this one, their eye don't open or this and that. So they want to go back home to go get women that they can control. Or to some level, the women will think that their level that they are at right here in Canada is a good one. Whereas we that are here, we know that, you can do better than that. You need to level up. So that's one. So it's one of their insecurities. Again, like I said,
They're
I'm not saying
intimidated by women who are driven and,
yes,
who,
yes,
who
and
are pushing the boundaries and want to successful women, basically.
exactly. And because again, like I said, I will say based off of my experience, because I'm in Canada, I'm not saying that's everywhere else in the abroad, but
Right.
mostly in Canada, majority of us, we come here to school, and when we come to school, we're not just going to sit down and say we are getting blue collar. Even that's what we do when we were students, but we want to level up, we want to do things. So majority of them sometimes don't want to do that. And they come, they say, oh, our eyes have opened. That if I do this one, know how to call police. This one, not necessarily like that. Two, I will also, like I said again, they don't want to level up. Two, it's also the previous generation of men. So that generation of men, maybe in their 50s and 60s, by the time they're hanging out with these boys of 20 or 30s, they'll be telling them, go home or go and marry, because they too, their own marriage was not successful. You understand? That generation of, because I fail, me to let me bring you into the pool, without really telling them, no, guy, this is a mistake you are making. Men are not really advising men on the right things to do. You understand? They will be telling them, women are tired, their eyes are open, these are. Nigeria is not Nigeria of when we were growing up in the 80s and 90s. Before 80s and 90s, a lot of men abroad used to come back home to marry. And most of the marriages were good. But now, if you look at from the 2000s and above now, you see there are issues. Women are not the women that you subjugate, and then, times have changed, So I just wanted to bring that point that those are the things that we're kind of facing. Then the last point I want to bring up, they say, I know a lot of people are saying in the comment section that we should date outside our race, which is good, outside our culture. But often at times, again, like I said, especially we, the first immigrant generation, often at times, especially the indigenous, I would say like the Caucasians, sometimes they don't want to really, again, depending on where you are, but most times they don't want to date us because, one, they still have that bias in their own mind. Two, you are talking with an accent. Now I'm really seeing a lot of
I don't agree with that. That's not an issue.
No, now you can really see a lot of second generation immigrant dating now.
Even first generation, if you want a Caucasian man, I don't think accent is anything. Everybody it's not only Africans that have accent, but we Nigerians and Africans are the only ones that are conscious of it. All these Europeans, don't they have accents? Go to Russia, go to Ukraine, go to Germany, everybody has an accent. Okay?
Absolutely.
Even within England, let me give you an example why I don't believe that point. Even within England, in the UK, you have English accents, okay, which is the Cockney one that is well known, that you people in North America and America know. But within the United Kingdom, that there's Scottish accent. This Scottish person they talk for here, I go do my hair like this before I hear what they talk. The accent, they are different, and there's Irish accents in the UK. So accent not be big deal. No. It's not the thing. The thing is that a lot of first generation Nigerians don't put themselves out there because they are conscious of that accent. You won't like me because I talk a funny way. No, you need to go to where you are going to meet them, like their pubs. Here in the UK, every corner you get pubs. I don't know what you have in Canada.
But you go meet them now, Mongo Park, you go meet. Why I said that?
No, not necessarily. That is their own way of hanging out, not be Mongo Park. Not only Mongo Park, they go, their pub is just like your bar. Or I don't know what you call it over there.
Yeah,
pub here is just
lounge.
Like where people go after work. Is a way of life. That's why you have it every corner in this country. It's not Mongo Park alone. Everybody goes to, but it's a way of life for the average English or United Kingdom person. Okay,
absolutely. No,
but
what
our people know they put ourselves. They don't put themselves out there. No, we know they go. Now they go all those kind of places. Now not go where and I go see all those kind of Igbo. If you only go to Nigerian church and for work, you don't want to date your colleague, then where do you meet? You don't get pets where you go say, okay, you want to go and walk your dog, or you don't volunteer. They do anything. How you want to meet a Igbo man?
True, Auntie B.
But it's about interest and you putting yourself out there.
I get that, but what I'm also saying is, apart from going to the pubs, like again I said, I went to school there, right? So I've worked and I've lived, So again, like even when I was going to school, sometimes before a lot of immigrants started coming to Canada, I'll be the only black person in my class.
It doesn't matter,
And then it's in college, then university. That's when you date, you get to be just
to get. It doesn't matter if you're the only black person. I know you'll be conscious of it, but it doesn't matter. You can mix.
No, what I'm trying to say, you don't really get them, even though they're attracted to you. There's just something about, if a black man is attracted, he's looking at before he will say something, people will before we get your number. You understand? That's how you people flow. But for a white person, they find it difficult to even approach a black person.
You can approach them if you like them. They don't even care about that. If you are friendly, you laugh. What I see, what I see is that because it is not in our culture to approach men.
True.
Okay? But Oyibo no mind. If you like somebody, your body language, Oyibo, they are completely different from us. Okay?
True.
Your body language, you smile, you say, oh, hi, I'm Tracy. What's your name? And then you introduce each other and then you become friends, just chatting. It says a long way, but the typical Nigerian woman go do gigigil. They wait for a man to come say, hello, baby. What's your name? Can I have your number? But for you, it can start from being friendship. I have a colleague in my workplace. This woman is from, I think she's from whether Zimbabwe or somewhere in Southern Africa. Her accent is the strongest I've ever seen. Like if she dey talk, you know, go know say she don't leave Africa. But she's with an Englishman, and she's a first generation African here. She's with an Englishman. That's what I'm saying. So accent don't mean anything. It's just about. But you know one thing about this lady, she is funny. She can make you laugh. You'll be rolling on the floor. She's so funny. She's laid back. You know the way she
And to
talks.
be sorry, this your glasses be like a day a belly.
Mona buy me glasses for my birthday. Mona buy me glasses. You don't break. You see, I
get
get
what
many
I
ones
thought.
where they break. The one when I get only one when no break. I don't see them again. So
I know. I just wanted you to laugh. I say be like a day a belly or be a no glasses collection. Sorry.
I don't see my glasses. I know they buy another one. You see, if you know how many glasses I they go through, in a year, you go tire for me. I they always break them. I don't know. I'm not generally a careless person, but I will
Somehow
just put
it
on
break,
that before
yeah.
you know it don't break.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's what I wear on today. I wear and go office. Now my colleague contact me say, "Did you forget?" I say no. I say I can't find it, so please just leave me. As long as I can see, just leave it. Oh my God. Thank you, Abby.
No
Ebele,
problem, man.
I understand what you are saying, but you know
Yes,
what?
ma'am.
Put yourself out there, and you just being friendly alone can get you attracted to people. All right.
Okay, no problem. All the
Well
best
done, my
then, and
darling.
congratulations once more.
All right. Thank
Okay,
you.
no problem, ma.
All
Bye.
right. Bye. Okay, we are moving forward very quickly. Let me add kitchen connoisseur. She's been laughing in the comment section because I said about dog, walking a dog. Treasure good, you are next. Sorry, everybody, it's taking longer than I thought, but I will get to everybody. Oh yeah. Hello, sis.
Hi, Gri. How are you? I'm going
I'm
to
good.
get a dog. I'm going to get a dog and walk that dog.
Get a dog. You go get a dog. Every evening, don't you see English people? They're always walking their dogs everywhere. And dog people always make friends with dog people. Let's say, oh, because the dogs are the ones that will stand the friendship. When a male dog see a female dog, they say, before you know, you start talking. Relationship
Anyway,
don't start.
birthday girl, congratulations. So I'm going to be the other man's advocate and basically say, women much, particularly, I think I agree with what the last caller said. She spoke about women who've achieved, who are professional, who are successful in their career. That type of woman finds it so hard to get hooked up to an African man.
I'm really shocked why that is still a problem for some
It's
African men in this day and age. It's terrible.
Because they feel intimidated. They feel that, as she said, I mean, I can't say it the way she was talking about shining eyes and stuff like that. But, basically she knows that they know that you're enlightened, so they're not going to want you. So most of the time, speaking from my own personal experience, sometimes you meet people, you talk to them, you get on and so on. And then the moment they find out what you do, that's the end of the conversation. They stop talking to you. Then there's another side where women are prey as well in England, particularly women who have papers, women who have a mortgage, women who have careers. They are prey to some of these Mongo parks roaming around here. Let's not even go to Nigeria. Some of them just want to be looked after. They're the ones you will find in churches. Those are the ones, that's where they hang around. So those are the brothers who get there, they'll smile at you, and a wedding will happen very quickly. I've seen weddings happen.
They will propose immediately and say, God told me you are my wife.
Let me tell you a funny story. There was someone introduced me to this person, and we went for drinks. I didn't really know this person. And I got there, this guy couldn't even construct a sentence. We sat there, he didn't say much. He took me we went to a Chinese, didn't choose the restaurant or anything. I did the rest. Because when we got to a place, he was just standing looking at me. Anyway, he says at the end of the very quiet dinner, I've seen you. He's looking at me up and down. He says, I've seen you. I'm satisfied. I think we can.
Is he an illiterate?
Let me tell you, he's
He said,
somebody.
I've seen you are satisfied.
I'm satisfied. I'm ready to. I'm ready to go and
Do
you know,
what?
we can start, planning for introduction. I said, what introduction are you talking about? I
Uh-huh.
don't even know your name, let alone your second name. Do you know my second name? You don't even know who I am, and you are planning for introduction. He said, yes, I want to settle down, and I want to settle down before September. This was July, and he said September. And of course,
He even gave a date. When was the month you were in?
in July. That was when his visa was due. So he knew that his
September,
visa
in
was,
2 months.
yeah, so he knew his visa was. He said, we don't need anything, my pastor is very good. He can marry us very quickly and we can do whatever. And we need to do it by September. I remember he said 30th of September, it needed to be done.
He had a date. He had a specific date.
Because that was the day his visa was expiring. And when I counsel people come to me and talk to me about these issues or are trying to sort themselves out. There are many people who've fallen into this trap. So women are prey. Sometimes women have been thrown on both sides, where they are prey or where they are rejected. They don't even know what to do. And that's how they end up falling into this Africa trap. Not that I advocate for the Africa trap. I think that's a worse evil. I think people should just stay within. So it's all well and good for everyone to say date within, in the UK, or if you're in Canada or the US, date around your own circles. It's equally difficult for some people. So I think there has to be that acknowledgement that it is very difficult, and not everybody is attracted to a white person or whatever. Some people want Africans, they're not particularly specific about a country. They just want to be within Africans because that's what they like. And for Africans, it's quite challenging because Africans can be predators.
Did you ever consider going back to Africa to import someone, to marry someone?
Never.
Okay.
Never. I mean, the one thing is, you live such different lives. For that person to come and acclimatize and come and, especially if you haven't lived in Africa for a long time, it's silly. You're almost a stranger to Africa. You may be visiting for 2-3 weeks at a time, but if you've done an excess of 20 years abroad, it's silly to go back and think, you'll still have something in common with that person.
Absolutely.
So that's my contribution.
Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you. All right. See you soon. Bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you too. Bye.
Bio says something here. He said, I not go lie, I have cancelled talking to some girls while I was looking. Just their travel history on Instagram is something else. Girls trip here and there. Bio, I disagree with you on that one. You know I love you, but I disagree with you. If person is single and they are making money, can they travel? Don't judge a book by its cover. Now the mistake when some of our brothers, this they make be that. Someone like me that likes travel, if I'm single, I have no commitment, I'm paying my bills, I have a good job, I no get children, I no get husband, what am I doing with my money? I will travel and live my best life. Don't judge a book by cover. That's the mistake some people make. You think that because she's traveling up and down, she will not stay at home. No. Get to know the person. That's presumption if you think that because of their travel history on Instagram, maybe they are living a life on the ground, but get to know the person. Because you never know. You never know. The one where never travel safe, if he was past the one they travel, you can never ever know. So that's judging a book by its cover. I mean, in my own, that's from my own, perspective. All right. Treasure Gold, you are next. Unmute yourself, please. Where are you joining us from?
Hello, Auntie B. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the United States.
You are welcome. All these United States people. I love you guys.
We love you too. I love your show.
Thank you. What do you have to say?
About this diaspora marriage and all that? Well, I'm very experienced in it. I'm an imported wife.
Okay. How did it go for you?
It was bad. I'm divorced now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I wouldn't encourage anybody to go marry in Nigeria. Just look for a woman in America. There are so many girls, single ladies here. Look for them, and they are good. Most of the ladies are good, but the problem is our men. They are looking for that submissive woman, a woman that will bring in Africa culture to America, you know. But this lady here that are working and all, they are okay, they are good. Why not marry them? Why go to Africa? You know, why go to Africa? Because African girls right now, they are not smiling. They are wise. You know, that culture, whatever you think they have, believe me, it's not what you think. They have changed, you know. So in my own case, it's a long story, you know. Somebody bringing you to America. You know, I was a young lady. I went for NYSC. I graduated. You know, I got a job working with the state government in Benin. You know, I bought my own car, living well. And somebody came from the United States to marry you. You guys were good, like he was good. Only for the person to bring you here is another story entirely, you know.
How well did you know this person that came to marry? Because that's, I mean, one of the issues that we're talking about is about, you know, having unrealistic expectation and people not often showing who they really are. How well did you know him?
I don't really know him like that. He told me he was a teacher. He went to school. He didn't introduce me to his family until the day of the wedding.
And you went ahead to marry somebody that didn't introduce you to his parents?
Yeah, we were just talking on the phone. Although he introduced his friends to me, his friends came twice to see me. They saw me and everything was fine. You know, it was very that the family, they are good, they are fine, you know. So, to cut the story short, sorry. So,
Treasure Go. Sorry, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I know that you are sharing your personal, and it takes a lot of courage to share, but you know we are here for learning, right?
Yeah.
But I want to unpick that a little bit. How did your parents and yourself agree for you to marry a man who came from the abroad to
They
marry
didn't
you?
agree.
And
They
you
didn't
never
agree.
met his parents? So does that mean that he didn't take you home to introduce you to them or his family?
No, it was like when he comes, he will introduce me to his family and all that. So if he had introduced me before the marriage, I don't think I would have married him. You know.
So he didn't introduce you until the day of the marriage when
until
they fixed
the day
marriage.
He came.
He didn't bring, because you know the normal way is that you bring your family to meet your family for introduction. Did he do that?
No, he was the one planning the whole marriage by himself, you know. So my family said no, that I can't marry him, that he's too older than me. I think he was 20 years older than me. So I said, I like the man, you know, we talk on phone, we didn't see each other, we talk on phone, we were kind of good, everything was fine, he looked nice. And then my father said, no, this man I'm looking at, I don't think he will go well with you. I said, let me marry him. I said, let me marry him. This man will be good. I'm sure he will be good.
Why did you disobey your parents? Did you want to go to America?
Not because I want to go to America, because I have a good job. I was paying well, you know.
Yeah.
I was fine.
So was it love?
I just loved the man, and he was telling me story about his life. I kind of like that just made me love him. Like, okay, you know, everything will be fine, you know. So to cut the long story short, he came. We did the wedding. It's a long story anyway. But the problem is that when I got here, you know, imagine somebody that was working in Nigeria. She had her own car. You know, you said she should not work. She should stay indoors and not make friends and not work. Be having kids until when she
remember I said that making friends is always part of the story. All the stories I've heard is always don't make friends.
Until you are done having the 4 kids that I want you to have before you can go back to school or work. You know.
Was he married before he married you?
He was married to he was married to Africa. It's funny that was 20 years older than me. Like, he was married to African American lady. They have a child, and the child died when they divorced. So after when he told me the story, I kind of felt for him. Like, everything was fine. But when I got here, his character changed. You know, let me go work. He said, "Oh no, I didn't bring him." He didn't
change. That is who he is. You didn't know him.
He said he didn't bring me here to come and work. I said, but I was working in Nigeria. You saw me working.
Yeah, he didn't change, my sister. It's just that you didn't know him because he was a total stranger.
He was a stranger. Like, my life was, imagine somebody that was just young and I was happy. I became depressed. Like, everything was like there was no money. Let me work, nothing. I was just indoor morning till night, nothing. You know, I was depressed. Like, imagine I took my money from when I was coming, I brought my ATM card, my UB ATM card. So I was able to take money from here. I bought tickets back to Nigeria. I went
So
back
what
to
happened?
Nigeria.
He came to beg you?
I went back to Nigeria. When I got there, my parents said, what happened? I said, I can't stay there again, please. Believe me, I cannot. My parents said, you have to go back. Oh, don't bring disgrace to this family. Remember we told you. You said no. You have to go back. You have no choice. Maybe it will change. Are you sure? Are you sure it will change? You say it will change. My parents said, we told you, but you still went ahead. You know? I said, Mommy, I can't stay. I can't go back there again. Please. Let me just there. I will resign from my job.
Okay.
So I still went
that was very smart.
So I still went back to my job. I worked for like 3-4 months after my parents were talking to me. Everybody. So I said, okay, fine, maybe it will change. I said, if I go this time around, like, does it change? Believe me, I'm gonna take a walk. So I went back there. When I got there, this man was still the same. He didn't change.
That is who he is. At this point, did you now understand that this is who he is?
Oh,
it's you that didn't know. The man was who he is, but you are looking at a different version of him, and you were expecting to see a different person, but this is who this brother was.
Imagine a man that did not give me money for that 4 months I spent before I went to Nigeria. He was surprised that I bought the ticket myself. I went to Nigeria. He was surprised. He didn't expect it. He thought I don't have money. He thought I don't have money, but me, I have money. Like all the money I saved when I was in America, I was still receiving salary because I know that. Let me not go into all that. So cut the long story short, this man, he won't talk to me when we're quarreling. For 1 month, if you want to talk to me, we'll write it on a piece of paper.
You are keeping malice.
Yeah, he will drop it for me. I will read it. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You are 20 years older than me. How can you be talking to me through paper? Can't you talk to me face to face? He will say, no, that's what we do here. We are quarreling, you write a piece of paper.
When you are quarreling, you communicate by paper.
He will lock himself inside his room. He won't come outside. At that time, I already have a son. I already have a child. You know, me and my son. And I call one of my friends. That's one thing about Nigerians in America. Majority of them, they will not give you information. They won't, even when you tell them your story, like, look at what I'm going through, they won't tell you. They'll tell you, oh, I'm sorry, your husband will tell you everything that is going on here. I call my friend, what will I do? She was like, oh, your husband is in the best position to tell you what you will do. They won't tell me nothing. Everybody, I even went to Redeem Church. It was worse. Nobody want to talk to me. Tell me, look, I want to work. How do I get a job? They will ask your husband will help you. Ask him.
Did you discuss when you were in Nigeria before you came, because you were already established, you had a career? Did you talk about what, when you get to America, whether you will work before you give him the 4 children? Was there any discussion about, was there any agreement on anything, what your life will look like when you get here to America?
Yeah, I told him. He said I will work. He will let me work. No, people share bill. I said I know. My friends already told me they share bill. I said that's no problem, but I can't stay at home. It's not part of me. He agreed, but only for me to come and say, oh, it's not easy to be working and be having kids. No, it's better I should just be done with the kids first.
Why do you think he didn't want you to work though?
He didn't want me to work because maybe he doesn't want me to be exposed, to have my own money,
to have financial independence.
Yeah, he didn't want me to have all that. And I was working back home. How can you bring me and tell me to sit inside? Not that you are okay. You are not okay. Everything wasn't fine with you, So he was doing night job. So he worked Monday to Sunday, now all nights. When he
Every
comes
day.
Back, when he comes back, he's going to.
How are you going to have 4 children if he's working Monday to Sunday at night?
Auntie V, yeah, my own is
Treasure Coach, you are on a mission to have 4 children, and he's working for 7 nights. Abba, there's a problem with that too.
My own is a long story. It's a long story. But I won't encourage anybody to go marry in Nigeria. Please, if you want to go marry in Nigeria as an older man, please, all those girls in Nigeria, they are wise. They are not somebody you can keep indoor. No, they are not. Even if you're having a security problem, just try to open up to them and say, okay, look at what if they want, fine. They don't want, they can stay back in Nigeria. Don't bring somebody here and be thinking the person is a villager or the person will come here and be
No villager. No villager.
no.
Now
I
those
don't.
ones self now smart. Now then get sense pass they tear head.
Huh?
They go deceive you. They go play. They go play as if they before until they reach here. They go come show you say.
Auntie B, Redeemed Church, I just stopped going to all these Nigerian church. Now I go to other churches.
How many children you can't end up giving? Treasure gold.
It was two. It was two I had.
Okay, at least you try 50% of what
so
you can give from.
After that too, I like it was like let's have a third one. I said no, I'm done.
So you left.
Yeah, I left. I take a walk. I can't cope. I can't go and die.
Did he give you green card?
Like how I got my green card was like after the wedding, I was in Nigeria for 2 years. So he didn't fight for me. It was like kind of giving me excuses and all that. I wasn't really interested anyway. If you like, he said, he told me you want to relocate back home. I said, no problem, come, no problem, I'm fine. We are good. I don't know what happened later. He fight for me and I got for myself here. Immediately I got here, my marriage has already passed 2 years. So they gave me permanent green card.
I see. So what it is that Treasure Gold, that's uncle now, if he wants to tell the story now, he will say that he went to Nigeria to marry a wife. She came to the abroad, used him for paper, and dumped him.
That's what he's gonna say. That's what he will say.
Yeah, that's always the story.
The problem is that,
but I don't know your full story, and I'm not trying to be presumptuous, my darling sister.
Yeah,
I feel your pain. But the foundation of your marriage to him was wrong.
Yeah, it was wrong.
Level.
Yeah, it was wrong. I agree.
And I hope that you are reflecting and to know that you made mistakes.
Yeah, I did. I made mistakes.
How do you marry a man that don't even take you home, my sister?
Believe
An
me.
older man, 20 years difference. He don't even carry you go. This is my house. What if it's a ghost? Those days when we were small, we used to hear story of ghosts that would reappear somewhere and marry somebody. Your parents even told you not to marry him, but you did.
I did. Yeah. I was in my 20s then. I was in my 20s.
Yeah, you were young. You were naive.
He was in his 50s. I was in my 20s.
The man was a total stranger. You were a stranger. You didn't know each other. So the marriage was not set up to ever work. It failed from the beginning.
Yeah. I said we quarreled and I was depressed. I was depressed. But thank God for everything. Like I'm fine. Everything is fine with me now.
Are you okay though?
I'm fine, He didn't
does he see his children? Do you allow him to see the children?
Auntie B is a long story. The funny part is that he relocated to Nigeria.
Oh, Mario.
Because after we did the divorce case and everything, he wasn't even around during the court proceedings, so he left.
So he's moved back to Nigeria now?
He moved back to Nigeria. So
I left America for you, cuckoo.
I don't know. I don't know.
He bring you come America. I can't leave America for you to cuckoo stay so that you go cuckoo go Nigeria.
So he just relocated.
Uncle no one pay child support. You know say you
exactly,
child support.
Exactly. It was on his behalf. It was on his behalf. They divorced.
He will be in his 60s plus now. He say no. At this age, I cannot be paying child support.
Yeah. So
now you push him come off America. Treasure good.
No, I didn't push him. There's something I wanted to say, but I can't say it now. It's kind of private. No, he has his own reason for relocating. But I don't want to say it here.
It's okay.
So
it's fine.
He moved, and I filed a divorce, and guess what? We have 2 cars. This man wanted to take the 2 cars to Africa. He's gonna leave me with no car with 2 kids. How am I gonna be taking my kids from point A to point B?
Did he own a home there in America?
No, he didn't have nothing.
Oh,
so I went to meet my redeemed Christian sister. Like, look at what my husband is doing. He's taking 2 cars to Africa. Shipping the cars. He doesn't want to leave anyone with me. You know what they told me? They said, "Oh, just leave him. It's not car. You will buy another car." I said, "But I'm not working. How am I going to buy another car?" Guess what? I went to meet one of my neighbors. He's a white woman. She was like, "You know what? You better be heading to court right now." So I went to court. On that day of the court day, I just told them in the court. They said, "Okay, are you sure?" I said, "Yes." So they just They went upstairs, go inform the judge. The judge just called me and said, "What happened?" There was a court case going on. They just called me. I said, "My husband is taking the 2 cars we have to Africa. We have issues. I'm ready for divorce, and I don't have any car, and I have 2 kids." He said, "Oh, really?" So immediately the judge just gave an order and said, "Okay, you can't take the car." He just said, "Which one do you want?" I said, "I want the other one." "Okay, fine." So police officer followed me home. They go serve him the paper and say, "Okay, you need to drop one of the car." That was how I got one of the cars. And this man moved one of the car to Africa or whatever.
Did he
So
build a house in Nigeria before he went back?
it doesn't have. Oh God, I said nothing.
So he moved back to Nigeria without a house, without money, without anything.
He has been in America for over 30 years, and I only spent like 5 years with him in that 30 years. So I don't know.
It is well.
You know.
Well,
Yeah,
well
my own
done.
is that all the men just marry, yeah. There are women, yeah. When I came, I saw women, yeah, marry, yeah. If you know you, I don't know. But most of the time, these old men, they are looking for a young girl that will be their retirement plan. That's what they want, retirement plan. After you have all the kids they want, then you will not be working there. By that time, they will be retired. You will not be taking care of them. That's what they call retirement plan. That's what they are doing. So if you're a young girl out there, do not give your years to an old man who has lived his life in America. Do not. Do not. Believe me, I know what I'm saying. You are in your 20s. You can't give your life to a 50-something years old man. No, you still have life ahead of you. You will see young guys out there. Leave these men in their 50s alone. They are women here. You wanted to ask them why did they not marry here? Ask them. Do not do that. Majority of the old men are not good. I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying majority of them. You know, I have friends who said the same thing. Not only me, I have so many friends. So please and please, that's for marriage. Be careful. But if it's your age group, it's fine. But older men, please, 20 years and above, 18 years, 50 years, please be careful. That's my advice for them.
Thank you so much, Treasure Go. Thanks for sharing. I wish you the very best of luck with your 2 children.
Yeah, thank you.
And I pray that God will heal your heart. And,
Amen.
unfortunately, you made a huge mistake. But you know what? We thank God that the mistakes that we make do not define us for life. So, yeah. Lesson. That's why we do these shows. For people to learn. Okay? You've learned something now. If you are dating somebody now that is planning to marry you and they did not take you home to introduce you or bring their parents to introduce you to your parents, you know now that it's wrong. So, lesson learned. Monica Fernandez, hello.
Auntie V.
How are
Good
you, my darling?
evening. Good evening to the house. I'm fine, Jai. Congratulations to your beautiful home. I
Thank
can't
you.
plan whether you go let them out for Airbnb. I can't relax one weekend.
Bless and I
Just
will
come
go do
ahead.
with that too. Now go let
I'm
them out
telling
too.
you, the
As I
place
dey
is
talk
fine. The
now.
place is
I'm
fine. I
telling you.
like it.
I know if you stay there, my people say they know they come out for where we do.
The place is fine. The place is fine. I
Thank
like it.
you. Mhm.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, I have two matter I want to talk about, 2 topics. About the imported wife that actually works. I told you now, my sister and her husband, they are the major reason why early marriage, can't agree me. Their
He hungry
marriage
you.
sweet.
Yeah. You don't hear.
Their marriage was so sweet.
It was sweet.
Hey, Neka, their marriage was so sweet. Like, these people, I know, they'll say, before one talk finish, the other one don't finish his sentence.
Complete
And
the
so they do.
sentence.
Man, they have 2 houses here in Spain. 2
Was
in
it
the
one that have
UK.
a baby? The one I saw on your Instagram?
No, that's my friend.
Oh, okay.
As in, just imagine two
Did she bring
houses
the man
here.
from Nigeria?
Her husband and bring her come, but the
Oh,
man
okay.
they respect her.
So the man
Like,
brought her.
yes, before they make any decision, like they want to make major decision in their life, economically or whatever, the man will call his wife, say, see, how you see him? They just go say, I'm the man, let me do it
I'm
like
the
this.
man. I'm the
Never.
husband.
Never. He's so calm, and a very educated person, so cool-headed. The man is something. I say when I see them, 21 years, waiting me know for marriage. Marriage can't go they hungry me that early age now. I
We
just say
know
na
now.
so my uncle take
Jab
come now.
go Benin now, go import your
I
love, they
beg.
shack you. You can't import.
Now so that they do me the love. Now so they do me for bodies. Okay.
You too like love, Monica. Why you like love like this? Love wound
Yeah,
you.
man. Yeah, I haven't done another one. We never gist. That one still they switch me now.
If
But
I say I make I know they see you again, I don't say you don't find another one where they totori you. Now make I know they see you again, Monica. Hey.
How can someone live without love? You have to love. You have to
The
love.
one,
Love is sweet.
open your eye, shine your eye this time, oh.
I know, but what I'm going for this time, you already know what I'm going for.
Because the one when you
You
take your
get to
money
get
bring
your
come, we know as
children.
it end, though.
No problem. I understand. You get to get your children, me get my children, everybody day on. Now it's just kind of companionship, not be that kind crazy young picking love. This is matured love now, it's different. And it's very different. So for the female and the male that are saying they are not seeing people out there, where are you people going to? From, as you said, from church to work. It's not like that too. You have
Not
to
be
be
Europe, you see there, you still find somebody, so because be like
ah.
say
And
you are
to
in
be
love.
inside last week here. One, I go downstairs, I go collect, I won't go out. So I go first go my bank. Everything else in my area here. So we see they use face mask for inside bus. So I forgot my face mask. But my car key there with me. So I won't use bus. So my car now near my house pass the bus station. So I just go my car, pick mask inside my car. As I dey pick mask, now one guy, all those people where they install those telephone and stuff. The guy saw me, were like, "Are you moving your car from here?" I said, "No, sorry, I'm not moving my car. I know parking space is hard." I just smiled and I left. Could you believe when I go pick my children for school in the evening? This guy excuse white, so excuse number put for my car handle.
Now white
And
man or
white
black
guy,
man.
I didn't. I not see I'm stand up. I don't know whether I'm a cripple, but this one is okay. In face, fine. He's good. Young guy should be like 30 something, 41. You know, past that age. He just writes, "Please, I'm the guy you saw today. Can you please call me? I'd like to know you." If not because the relationship I'm in right now is sweeting me. Auntie B, I for call him now. You understand? People should go out, go to restaurant, eat,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to bar, and have a
Tell them all these
smiling
homebodies. We
face.
get too many homebodies where they know they like
Do you
come out.
do you do you know before I was thinking white people they don't really like girls that are chubby. No, we Africans we get shape. I feel saying all those flats and board now they like. See when I come they bring myself out there, I'm not so you both they like baby girl so. They toast. They are toasting. I just have a welcoming face. If they smile to you, smile to them. Because white no fit come meet you as black person, gonna say, you know what, I like you. They not get mind rich.
Yeah,
They
now
fear die.
friendship. Now
They just
friendship they
want
start their own.
now they say they start. Let's
And
go
your
and
body
drink
language, now
coffee.
everything. Now wait till they tell that
Yeah.
our sister
Be
from where they say
welcoming.
they know they like
Be
first generation because you get
welcoming.
accent. Wait till be accent. I beg you.
Not be Spanish we they speak here. I'm in Spain now.
Exactly.
We speak
Uh-huh.
Spanish. I don't speak like them, but I'm
If
trying.
Spanish person won't speak English, in accent they heavy way.
They will tell you say I don't speak English very, very
They
much.
will tell even now French people they sabi do that one. They will tell you say they know they hear English. They will tell you say I know no English. They will tell you no English because they are very
So
proud of their language. Now only we
ladies,
Africans they shame
young men,
our own language.
they should please everybody. If you're listening, if you want to date, take yourself outside. And please don't go in group like that all the time. Sometimes if you're in the city and you just go buy something, just sit down one place, drink coffee. Because these men they are very shy, so they can't really come to you in group if
Because
you're in group.
most black women they look intimidating. That's true. The
Yeah,
way we
because
they look, our
we
body
don't smile.
language,
You
we
know
know they
us
smile,
now.
we
We
know
know
they
they smile.
relax.
Me
I
as
will go there phone. You know, when you dey phone, they talk, they speak all the Edo language for your mouth. Say,
me,
now you go come tell you say
I'm
hello.
always laughing. No, my personality is a flirty one. Even when I don't want flirt, it go be like say I dey flirt with person. You understand? So, ladies, please, if you are listening, bring yourself out there. See, my inbox is full. My for Facebook, for Instagram is
Now, shall
full.
you just be so, Monica?
But only one person I get now, Auntie B.
Somebody say make you take the
They
Yibo
toast
out,
them.
make you no put your. Somebody say make you don't put your head for one basket, but you take the Yibo
No,
out.
but no, I have one problem. If I'm dating somebody, if I'm knowing you and I'm dating you, I like you. I
You
just
don't
want to
want to
sleep with you.
test. You don't want
Until when you
to.
come misbehave, I can't tell you so you come on for road next person. You understand? So, but where I dey right now is sweet. Is a comfort zone for now. You know,
That's good.
it's a sweet place.
You are getting to know
So
him, right? You're not just there carried away with love.
yeah, I'm getting to know him, and we've been knowing for a very long time. I'm a
Okay.
friend to his younger sister.
Good,
You know,
good,
we've
good.
been knowing for a very long time, and he's a
I
very
like
sweet
that.
person. He not be the kind of guy so I be they go for. You know, as we guess the be now, he has to
Tall,
be
dark, and
this,
handsome.
he has to be top, dark, and handsome. This one is just a cool person. Me, I'm the the opposite of him. Is the book type, like them bio type where they already research, they do all those things. Me and the okay,
Efiko.
let's see how it goes type, So
Sometimes
come on,
you need to switch
I
it
left
off for what you're
I
looking
dropped my
for.
type, like that
Me too.
type
Who
that
type
we have
help?
in our head.
Which
I
type?
dropped type.
I beg.
Type no, it
Please
not
go
help
on.
me. Dark black and handsome. He give me 2 children. Man, they help on the train. So
Thought that can have some drop 2 children for you to the train. So now
I'm telling you. So it's just
you know
this
get
one is
type
just a
again.
normal sweet
I will go
person.
treat you well. Now you they go for now.
I'm telling you. Who's
Thank you,
gonna
my
call me? Hey
darling.
babe, I didn't hear from you since morning. I hope you're fine.
Oh,
Don't be who
that's
they
sweet.
wait, who they do competition, they wait when who go
Whether you go
first or
text.
no. I'm not doing that again. We
That
don't
is
big
the
pass that one.
cocoa. You see, Monica, you hit it on the head. That is what is important.
I'm telling
Very,
you.
very important. How does it treat you?
It
How
treats
does it
me
make?
so
How does it
nice.
treat you? Does
And
it even care about you?
if I dey talk to her and they go for
Or
street,
how
the
does she
smile with them
treat
my
you?
face, eh? So for now we're good. As far as
And
continue
as
to
you will
treat
still
me
see
like
the
this,
same,
I'm
oh,
okay.
some guys you will still see the same. They will see man where they cut them, they abuse them. You will still say because you like omokupa. Now omokupa that takes well for some Nigerian men. Once they see light skinned woman, they feel enter gutter. You can't get
And
small bakasi. Oh
the
Jesus,
worst part, the light skin men in na cream. It will come bomb black picking for you. No see their problem.
my dear. It is
Is
how
well.
it treats you, not how he looks. Okay.
I'm telling you. So ladies, please bring yourself out there and have a smile. If you leave your problem, don't let your
Thank
problem
you.
follow you outside. Smile, Jerry. Just think of that sweet thing and let that smile remain in your face.
Thank
And
you.
the men
Thanks,
as well. Put the ground.
Monica.
Auntie B, I love
Monica,
you so much.
Fernandez.
And I
I
love the
love you, my
house.
darling. Now this
Guys, you
Bobo
take
no
care of
they make we
yourself.
they see you again. If I
Not be
catch
my
her, man,
fault. Now so love if you new start now say they sweet.
if I catch this Bobo, I go break in tell and say I
No
talk
worry,
so.
we'll
Because
come
you know
greet you
they,
for the
I never
meeting.
see you for show for so long because you don't enter
No,
talk
I
now.
did background. Ask Nika. Nika no say I did background.
You know they dey any background, I know they see
I
you for
know
comment
they
section.
call, but I did
You
background.
know the comment
Nika
section,
no,
I know
na
they see you.
Nika defend me now. Nika come outside. Nika they always they greet me.
The
She
baby
know.
Nneka come outside.
I did background
Nneka,
always.
they don't call you as weakness, so.
She know. She know. Nika
All
right.
right.
You know I'm
No
always there.
wala. Now don't get barakbo now. It's okay. Thank
Kiss,
you, my
kiss.
darling.
Good
All
night to
right.
everybody. I'm still here though.
All right, sweetheart. Thank you for calling, Monica. We love you. We miss you. I'm glad that you are happy. Your happiness makes me very, very happy. Okay, we're rounding up now. BBMJ, hi.
Hi, Sister B. How are you? You're looking so nice. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for this
you.
topic.
Thank you so much.
I was looking forward to this topic because it's something that, we all need to trash out and talk about. Um, from my own perspective, I watched my cousin go through the same thing. And the man came. I want to debunk the saying that it's only you only marry because they come to marry the women because the women don't have anything. In this instance, my cousin was doing excellently well. She was on the top of her game in her job. She was rich. And the guy took him and she was working with the man's colleague. And that's how, the colleague told him about my brother. He's wonderful. He's in the US, blah, blah, blah. And final story, they got married.
Sorry,
Unfortunately,
sorry, baby. Let me just interject here because I've been holding on. Sorry, I should have done it before bringing you in. There's a comment here that I pinned because I wanted to address it very quickly, and it's from Debbie. Debbie said, "Please, I have this question to ask. Is it normal for a husband to tell his wife that he does not want kids because he has kids before out of wedlock? Is it normal?" That's the question that Debbie is asking, and I'm saying, how is it your husband and you never discussed whether you want kids or not? I thought that was part of the discussion during the dating period. And if you didn't have children before, then, and you desire to have children, you as the wife, then it's something that should have been discussed. Because if you want children and the other person doesn't have children, then two cannot work together except they agree. So I don't know how that is going to work. It's not about being normal or not or abnormal. It's about the understanding that was there. What did you agree on? Okay? So that's the way I see it. Children is a vital, fundamental issue about relationships you discuss. Do we want kids? How many? When? Who is going to pay for them? Because those little people without jobs are very expensive to maintain. They are very, very expensive people, I swear. Sorry, my darling, carry on.
So you're very correct, because equally children equally played in my cousin's zone as well. The man did not tell her the whole story, and when she got into the marriage in the United States here, she found out that he had a child. And she was like, what happened? How come you did not bring up that story that there was a child? And he just said, oh, well, the child is most of the time with the mother. I'm hardly with her. Okay, but the child is in your house now and is now staying more in your house. She
That
said,
is a
well,
major flag. That's deception for me.
that was huge. That was huge. Well, they continued, and she was like, and then, of course, to settle down here, you have to go back to school because most of our papers are not accepted here, or rather, they are not completely accepted. So she had to go back to school. And he supported her. The Mongo Park in him did not come out until after the second child. And when it now came out, oh my goodness, it came out, the colors were so red that you could see it from the high heavens. The guy was...
Who brought who, Bibi?
The man brought the woman. The woman was my cousin. Is my cousin. Okay. And he started behaving anyhow. By now, the daughter was now grown. The daughter was now insulting my cousin. So long story short, my cousin left the marriage. So now let's take stock. This is his second marriage. But you see, when she left, she did not tell the family back home anything that was going on. Nobody knew anything. We just knew that from day one, the celebrity marriage he had in Lagos just went down the drain. No word said. Why am I bringing this story? I now came into the States, and in trying to get in touch with her, got to talk to her. This man now came looking for me. And then he now said, oh, this is what happened. Your cousin did not tell you the correct story. But anyway, can you please help me find somebody? I said, excuse me? He said, yes, that he wants to settle down. He's always been a family-oriented person. I now asked him, I said, but you have 2 kids from my sister, from my cousin, and you have another daughter from your first marriage. Why do you want to settle down with the third one? By the way, by this time he's talking to me, he's in his early 60s. And he still wants another marriage. I said, okay, if you want, why are you looking for somebody abroad? Be back home. The 2 that you brought did not work out. Look for somebody here now. He said, no, that the girls back home are much more cultured and much more this and much, giving all the stories. I told him, I said, look, I don't know much, and I'm very young compared to you, but I don't think it is right for you to have the same third experience. The first one did not work. The second one did not work. And you still want to go for a third one. Try somebody that is in front of you. What did this man now say? Well, it didn't really work, because she wasn't as young as I thought she was. I said, look, regardless of what made the thing not work. He said, look, are you going to look for somebody for me or not? I now said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. This man got in touch with my younger sister. My younger sister wasn't married. But this time getting in touch with my younger sister and said he wants to marry her. That's how dirty and idiotic this guy was. Said he wanted to marry my younger sister. From the same family? From the same family. And my sister...
Not the juju be that.
I am out here, and then my sister now said, that there's somebody, and she did not know, they didn't know anything, because for so many years after the marriage ended with my cousin, everybody went their separate ways. All the families minded their business. My sister now said that there's this man that wants to marry me, blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh yeah, give me the name. We know how to do investigation here. I'm an FBI detective. Oh yeah, let's start checking. I now found the name, and I said, who did you say wants to marry you? She said, it is this person. I said, don't you know who this man is? He was married to our cousin.
My goodness.
She said, no, he was like, no, that this one has never been married before. I said, it's not true. Oh, let me give you the story. I printed everything and I sent it to her. And I said, how old did he tell you he was? He said, oh, that they've been talking that. He said, she kind of feels he's like in his early 50s. I said, oh no, he's in his early 60s. He has 3 kids altogether. If you want to toe the line and be number 3, go ahead. But I won't have anything to do with you. So I'm just telling you how terrible these people can be. And he had money. As of the time that he went after my sister, he was a professor. He's a PhD. He had everything. But just the obsession of bringing somebody he can control.
From Niger.
When I now eventually got back to my cousin and I told her everything, I said, okay, you did not tell the family what happened and you're entitled to keep things to yourself. But now this is what your ex is trying to do, and this is who he's going after. And she told me the reason why I left him was because, yes, so he was nice, he provided, but he could not keep himself from young girls. Every tiny girl that passed in front of him, he needed to have. At first, I did as if I did not know. And I told myself, let me get all my paperwork and then I will get out. But it got so bad. He was bringing them home. I couldn't stand it. He was bringing my friends' younger sisters home and telling them stories. How idiotic was that? And I was just too ashamed to tell the
So
family
what
all the
happened?
story.
I hope she didn't go ahead with the marriage when you told
Oh, no,
her.
no. Oh, no. I told her everything, and that was the end of it. You know, he came back and told me that, so I have blocked his chances. And he was going after my younger sister because my sister, and I told him, I said, you're a very dirty, randy old man. And people like you should not be walking on the road. You are a dog that should be chained somewhere and you'll be walking, looking passerbys because you're so sad. How can you want to project your sadness and your dirty attitude on young children? This is what you did to my cousin, and nobody knew about it. Now we have known. Unfortunately for you, my mouth is like a loudspeaker. I'm going to broadcast it to everybody around me to know the kind of person you are. So you don't try this on other people. So this is how bad it is. Now, for such a person that would go back home, nobody would know their story and see the amount of lies he has been building. With my sister, he was in his 50s. He did not really have kids. With somebody else, who knows what story they will tell. So my advice to anybody that wants to go back home, do your homework. Thank God for social media. You can check anything, even as far as the moon. You can do your investigation and check things. Don't just settle for anybody that comes flying in a white horse with a knight in shining armor cap, because you don't know what their history is. And their history could be total garbage. That's my contribution.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bibi. Oh my God, you were passionate about that. I can imagine. The same family. Now wow. Nkombe, things are happening, my people. Wow. Thank you for sharing with us. And Nancy, you are next.
Hi,
Where are you
Auntie
joining us from?
V. I'm
Hello.
calling from Illinois, Schaumburg, Illinois.
You're
But
welcome.
people know Chicago more.
Yes. Chicago is the one that we know.
Yes.
But we are learning every day because that's in our country, the United States, as Bill will call it, the United States. It comes with so much pride. I've never seen a more prouder African
No, but
American like Bill.
that's once you are an American citizen, even though you are of
The
Nigerian
pride
descent.
in Bill's voice when he
Yes,
talks
so the
about America
price
is too
is
much.
with
Even
the
me, I'm
buga
envious.
here. We too buga, honestly.
You're
That's how you
welcome.
know us as Americans with the buga way.
Now the bugao. Now welcome.
Thank you. So for me, I would say I'm fortunate that I have a wonderful mother. Even when my father was still alive, my parents never pressurized me about marriage. Because even when I was back home in Nigeria, I had relationships, but because I knew that I was coming to the States. So every relationship I had in Nigeria, I don't know, God just gave me that wisdom. For some reason, I never would make the relationship a long-term thing, because I knew that at some point I'm going to come here and I wouldn't want to leave somebody back home and have a long distance relationship, because at that time I was still discovering self, because you are changing as a person. Okay, I went back home in 2018 to Nigeria, and I sat with my friends, and when they are talking, if I just talk a little with them, I am absent. I'm physically present, but I am not there with them, because most of the things they are saying don't make sense to me. They are upsetting to me, because I'm wondering from what angle they are reasoning. It took maturity for me to hold myself and not, like shout out the roof and say, what do you think you are saying? Do you know how this sounds? Because I understood one thing, that I once used to think that way, even though when I was in Nigeria, my friends always felt I talked like they would tell me, you too they do like Oyibo, you too they do like Oyibo. But I said, okay, let me just calm down and not react, because this is where they are at this point. So before, it will look like if because you came from America, you want to show off now, you want to do more than yourself. So I just keep quiet, I smile, I let them be. So coming back to my age, fortunately, my mother is such a wonderful person. I turned 45 in August. I'm not married, I've never had any child. And
Right.
because I am someone that has always been career driven, I
Right.
just graduated, I just got my master's, and now I'm heading for my PhD.
Well done. Well
So
done.
I'm like, I'm not interested in one man coming, especially our African men. I am sorry to say this. Not all are like that, but a majority of them, the minute they discover, oh, you have a master's degree, you have a good job, you're going for your PhD, they become threatened. And I know that I cannot live with that kind of person. And because I have so much evolved over time, I've been a single woman for the longest part of my life. So I'm already set in my ways. There are ways I do things. I do have a boyfriend. He's an American, he's white. And he lives in his own house. I live in my own house. But we see whenever we want to see. But even when he does come to spend some weekends, or I go to spend some weekend, I'm already set in my ways. When he comes, he knows, okay, this is how Nancy's house is. And okay, you don't do this, you don't do this, you don't do this. And then when I go to his own, I know that, okay, this is how his house is. So there's that mutual respect. He supports me. Anything about my school. Okay, right now, he's a software engineer, and I'm also taking IT courses after my master's graduation that I just had last week. So he's even teaching me some things in the software courses that I'm taking that I don't know about. So he's a supportive person to me. He doesn't want anything that will destroy my dreams, my plans. He's like, go girl, go girl. But if it was a Nigerian man that I am dating now, where I started this matter is not where we come out of it.
No, that's not correct.
Some
That's
of them,
generalization. No,
some
no,
of
no.
them.
I don't like demonizing Nigerian men because it's not everyone that is a Mongo pack. If you've had
But
experience with Mongo packs or people who don't support your dreams, it's different. But for the majority, they always clap when they are, because now it's even. Can you mute your YouTube because is echoing?
oh, okay.
Yeah, just mute it. For the majority, now they want their wives or their girlfriends or the women they are with to win. Nobody wants a liability. People want women who are upwardly mobile. So yeah, it's not all, but some, yeah, a few.
Yeah, because since when I came here, I was trying to date Nigerians. I was like, okay, just let me see, But after my experience with them, I was like, no, 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 no. And another thing, thank God, from time I've always been this open person to race, to any type of race. I've never been, and my family is like that. We're very liberal people. We don't care
Yeah.
if you are from the moon or whatever. As long as you're a good and decent human being, that's what matters to us. And in terms, my family, we're not this religious, we want to die on top of Catholic. Because I come from a very staunch Catholic home, very staunch one. As in my village, the name of the church, the Catholic church in our village and Catholic school, is named after my grandfather, because my grandfather really was a Catholic missionary. But
Are you from the east?
no, 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 no. I'm from Delta State.
I see.
So, I even with all that, my family is not, they're not all this religious, he must be a Catholic, no, like my mom keeps telling me, like today she called me and she was telling me, she said, my daughter, all I want is for you to be happy and successful. So
Yeah. So yeah.
if
Go
along
ahead.
the line you find somebody that is worth the trouble, that appreciates your person, that's fine. If not, just continue to be happy, because that's the most important thing in life. And I was like, okay, thank you very much, mommy. I really
That's
appreciate it.
a
So,
very understanding mom.
yes, my mother has never ever pressured me. It's my aunties in Nigeria that I ask them, I say, why do people cry more than the bereaved?
Abio.
I'm like, my mother is not bothered. And then the next thing people will say, it's her mother that is causing this problem. Her mother is not. putting fire on her bum bum. She doesn't understand that she's not getting any younger. My mother now
Nigerians extended families don't know how to mind their business.
No, my mother now asked one of my aunts that came sometime, was talking about it. My mom said, "Have you asked her if she wants to be married? Have you asked her if she wants children? Have you ever taken your time to ask her if that's what she really wants?" Why people assume that a woman's whole life is all
It's all
about being
about, oh
married
my God.
and
And
having
your mom is
children?
a model, she's a modern mom. Wow.
You know, my mom said, all I want is my daughter to be happy. I don't want her to get into some nonsense marriage, all in the name of pleasing people and show off and what people will say. And then at the end of the day, my daughter either gets killed in that marriage or becomes somebody that she's not. So leave my daughter for me. I'm not bothered. She does not have any grandchild to give me. What is the problem? I have other grandchildren from my son. So, and I'm the eldest and the only daughter. And I have 5 younger brothers, and they're all married with kids. But I'm being the only woman and the eldest. I'm not married and I have no children, and I'm happy living my life. So this is what
As
I'm trying
long
to
as
say.
you're happy, my sister, it's
Yes,
your life.
Nigerian
Your life,
parents
your
should
choice.
learn.
Yeah.
Nigerian parents should learn to stop putting pressure on their children. This is why we are seeing so many failed marriages in Nigeria and here. The pressure is too much. You want to show off to your friends. So that people will call big party. I have a cousin right now in Texas, and I'm talking to you. Her marriage was talk of the town.
It's
1,000
not
girls.
everybody that will marry. That's just it. The earlier
1,000 girls.
Nigerians know that it's not everybody that will marry, the earlier they will have peace.
I'm telling you, 1,000 guests. If you see the party, it wasn't here. Then she now finally landed in the America to join the guy. The mama, the buga everywhere. Hey, my pikin, they marry American guy. Once, I'm going to America. Now today, as I'm talking to you, the marriage has crashed. The guy is a Mongo Park that was dealing with her, abusing her in that marriage before her eye clear, and she just decided to pack her bag and walk out with 2 boys. So now she's a single mother. But if it's someone else, if it was me that happened to, they would have spread the whole story around. But now it happened to her own child, and all of us are covering it and telling her it's okay, it's not a big deal. Move on with your life,
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
it.
I get
And
your
to do,
point.
thank
Yeah.
you.
As long as you are happy, don't allow anybody pressure you. Do you. It's your
Yes,
life.
do
And
you,
it's not everybody that will marry, and that's okay.
Yes, and it's not
And
everybody that is
this
going
is
to have a
very, very
kid.
important for all of you serial marriers out there. Before the ink will dry on your divorce, you're already looking for another one.
Thank you. It's not everybody that will be married. It's not everybody that will have kids. But it
And if
doesn't
Nigerians will only
change
just
you.
respect people who don't want to marry, someone like yourself that say, okay, I have a boyfriend, we respect each other, we live our life the way we want it, and that's okay.
You
And if
know,
your mother is happy with it, then who is anybody to come
and
and
Auntie
start
B, I
making?
agree with you. That thing your children are telling you about, living together is very, very true. But
Hey,
but
they
we as
put me into a
Africans, we
conversation about
separate
it
things.
too. Hmm.
You need to make a topic about that. That living together is very, very true. We live in the abroad, though.
My
So we are
Christian
not
faith will
in
not allow
Nigeria.
me to agree with that. I'm not sure I can agree with that. I consider myself a modern day woman and a modern day mom, but I still don't want my daughter to go and live with a man that has not married her. That's the truth. Let me
I
just tell
know
you the
I
truth.
know where the fear is coming from and our culture and all that. But
No,
for
it's not
me,
even about our culture. I just don't want him to have the privilege of having a wife when he hasn't married her.
free wife first before you come
Yes,
and take the
yes.
boyfriend.
No, 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 no. I don't want that. No, I don't want that. And when my son said, what if I do it? I say, well, it's me that will go and tell the guest parents to come and remove her from your house.
TV,
They know me. They know me.
TV,
Me,
I
I don't
don't
hide myself. I say, I will go and tell the girl's parents. I will look for them and tell, go and remove your daughter. You see this boy you see with his eye looking young, you might not marry her. You won't marry
And
her
you see
after
that
2
thing that
years.
Monica said about white people, because me and her were privately chatting. You see,
Mm,
white people, because naturally it's already built in them that we are aggressive as black people, which is
yes.
not true.
Mm-hmm.
And another problem we as black people have, we are never smiling. Our
Yeah.
face
No, we
is
don't
always
smile, though.
very
Lie, lie,
tight.
lie, lie, lie.
always tight. But when I came here, I now understood that you have to be smiling, because even when you come down, when I come down from my apartment, my neighbors see me, they will smile, even though they don't talk to you, but they will smile at you. That's acknowledging you, you know. So uh, please, for those that are open to other races, try and open yourself up. Like Monica said, go out, go and like, this is summer, for goodness sake. Everybody dress well, go out to the park. You don't have to spend money. Go to the park, sit down on the benches in the park, and smile, and you can start to negotiate conversations with people, because this is how I got to make most of all these foreign friends that I have here. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, I don't really have Nigerian friends. The Nigerian friends, the few ones I have, are people that I grew up with back home in Nigeria that moved here. Other
Thank
than that,
you.
I don't have Nigerian friends. So try and be
Fantastic.
free.
You know what is
Smile
with me in
more.
your story, Nancy, is
Ma,
your amazing mother. A mother
yes,
that is so loving, understanding. She understands you. She supports you. That's all we all need. That's
yes,
all we need.
yes,
Well done.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you
And
so much, Auntie B.
congratulations on
Thank
all
you.
your academic achievement. Well done. Well done. You know
Thank you,
what?
Auntie B.
We have plenty wives and mothers out there. We don't have plenty black women, compared to the number of people. Marriage, that is an achievement for them. But we need more women out there who are just killing it when it comes to, breaking the boundaries and advancing
Mm-hmm,
themselves. That's what we need.
mm-hmm.
We have too many wives and mothers. Yeah,
Yes,
you
and
can
I
do
tell people,
both.
I said, marriage
You can do
certificate
both.
does not give
If
you a
God,
job.
I mean, if it's something that you want, but even if it's not what you want, or if it doesn't happen for you, it's okay. If you
Yes,
are
I
okay
tell
with it.
people, marriage certificate does not give you a job. It does not open
Mm,
doors for you. It's just a paper. After you sign it that day, you will never even remember where you kept it. But what opens
mm,
the door for you is your character, your qualifications, the network of people you are moving around. That's what opens doors for you. So marriage is not an achievement that I keep
Marriage is
saying.
a blessing. It is a
It's just
blessing.
exactly, it's a
Mm,
blessing and a
mm.
different phase in your life. That's it.
Well done. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so much,
much,
man.
Nancy. Thanks
Enjoy
for
your birthday.
calling.
Oh.
I will. Thank
God
you.
bless
All the
you.
best. Yeah.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, so we have some African mothers that, they are quite understanding. I love that. I love her mom. I love her for her heart. And, just understanding that, okay, marriage is not okay, it's desirable, but if it doesn't happen, it's okay. Jesse, you are next. Oh my God, we've done 3 hours. I promise today that I'm going to do only 2 hours because I've not rested from last night. I went to work this morning. I'm tired.
Oh, hi,
Okay,
hi, Auntie
let's wrap
B.
it
Good
up.
evening.
Good
Good
evening, my darling.
evening.
Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining from London.
Okay. You're welcome,
Hiya.
neighbor.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think I've been hearing quite a lot of people say, "Oh, don't marry back home." So for me, I grew up here, and
Mm-hmm.
I met my husband now. We've been together for 12 years. Via my sister who was then in Nigeria, and
Mm-hmm.
they said that he saw my photo on Facebook. That was this is about 12 years back, and he saw that. He said, "Oh, I don't know. It happens to be my sister's boyfriend's friend. It's just someone anyway that they knew." And he chatted me up on Facebook. I still have the message, and I still kind of tease him about it from time to time when I go on Facebook. I see it there, and he introduced himself, and then he said he'd like to get to know me, and we started talking. So we spoke for about close to 3 to 4 months, and it happens I was going to Nigeria that same year, and he came to London to come and see me,
Mm-hmm.
and to be honest, I can't believe. I mean, if people say there's love at first sight, and to be, I'm one of those people. And
Right.
we've been married for 12 years. And
Wow.
after he was in London for 13 days, and you
Mm-hmm.
won't believe it, and we both connected, and that
Hmm.
was it. I went to
Hmm.
Nigeria that Christmas, and on the 28th of December, he proposed. I don't know. I just think it's divine connection. I prayed
Mm-hmm.
about it,
Mm-hmm.
and God made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm married to a kind man. That's all I have to
Hmm.
say. He's a very kind man. He's somebody who's very understanding. He doesn't actually see me. We don't see each other like husband and wife. We see each other like we're best friends, and we're like, I said to him like, I'm a bit stubborn, but seeing you as your younger sister,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an older person,
Mm-hmm.
older sibling, so I'm the
Mm-hmm.
first out of six. And to be honest, it's been a wonderful journey. He came to the UK. Obviously, he was coming and going. I have two kids now, a boy and a girl. And after 3 years, he joined us. I work in tech, and he came here. He leveled up, and we bought a house. We built a house in Nigeria. We've
He
got,
leveled up.
we
I
did.
love
We
that. He
leveled up.
leveled
We
up.
did everything. He's working in tech now. We are very happy. So I know
Aww.
some of my friend, I know some of my friend it didn't work out for. I have a very close friend. The same thing happened. We did the same thing. We got married at the same time, but it didn't work out for her. So I don't know. I don't understand. I can't say I have the magic one, but to be honest, I just think is God doing this. God have done this for me, and I'm ever so grateful. So I don't want to say to anyone, oh, don't do it. Sometimes I know people who have seen each other here in London and they married, it didn't work out. I just think is like you said, marriage is a blessing. And I'm so happy that, I'm married to him. So I wouldn't even want to change it for, anything. And he's happy and I'm happy. And, that's my story. So I just wanted to give
Oh,
you guys a break from
congratulations.
here.
This is another sweet, sweet story. I've heard two, like heartwarming stories tonight. Yeah. You are
Mm,
the second
yeah.
one. The first person that came was from France, and it was
Mm,
exactly the same thing. Okay, you are in the UK, you went to marry him in Nigeria, but she was in
yeah.
Nigeria and the guy went to and this, and incidentally, I don't know if you heard that lady, you used
Yeah, I
exactly the
heard a.
same word, that he is a
Mm,
kind man.
mm,
Kindness goes a long way.
yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
man. Oh my God. Congratulations. I'm so happy for
Thank
you.
you.
And
Thank you
another
so
thing you
much.
said was that he leveled up. He didn't come here and hold remote control and be flipping from channel to channel.
No, 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 no. I do whatever I like, to be honest. Not being naughty, but he let me be me, and I let him be. We
And
can't
that's
make any
that's so
decision.
important. Yeah.
We talk. If any decision that we want to make, major decision, and we will sit down and we'll talk about it. And there's no third party. That's another thing. There's no third party. It's just me and
No
him because
third
he said to me,
party.
yeah, he said to
Wow.
me, any day I will call your parents or anybody will come in, it means that I've failed as a man. So he understood
Wow.
that, listen, for you
This
to be a
guy should
man,
be lecturing older men. He needs to hold a what do they call it? Class.
a
What do they call those classes?
webinar.
He had a webinar of master class on how to be a husband. He said, that means I
Mm,
have failed. So he
mm,
believes in his capability and his ability as a man, the head of the family, to resolve issues by
yes,
communicating with you. Oh my God. I
absolutely.
love, 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 what this man has said to you and
Mm,
the way he's handled the whole situation. And in both
mm,
cases, you and the other lady from France, is
mm.
you are just following the leadership of the man.
Yes, yes, yes. And it's
Wow.
easy. It's easy. It's a breeze. You don't actually feel like, you know, he's my friend. I mean, I'm a person that's very outgoing. I have other friends out there as well, but I'm just me. Like when people say they're married and they feel, I don't actually feel that. It's just like an extension of my life and, I mean, everything I wanted, somebody who actually
You are
understands.
blessed, my darling.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so
You are
much.
so
Yeah,
blessed,
so
JC. You are blessed because it's not everybody
thank
that
you.
has it that way. But I'm so glad that the odd person out there occasionally is still working
Mm,
out. So it gives hope to those who are still looking. Thank you so
yeah,
much
thank you.
for
Thank you. I just wanted
sharing.
everyone to know, yeah, that, it's
Yeah,
not all
thank
doom and
you.
gloom. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good day, darling. Thank you so much. Wow. That is so beautiful to listen to. So, so beautiful. Okay, the blooming room and then Omoye's corner, then we'll close. 3 hours. Chai!
Oh my
This
God.
conversation, people say, Auntie B, why is it so long? But the conversation It just leads on and on and on, and then I mean, oh my God.
It's
How do I
endless.
end it now?
Good evening,
Will I not allow
everybody.
you to talk? Or is Omoye, if I don't allow Omoye to talk, what your Omoye go do me today?
Omoye in the house.
Realm.
Good evening. Good evening. Good
Good
evening, Sister
evening.
B.
You're
First of
welcome, sis.
all,
Yeah.
we have to start from the top down. Good evening, Sister B. Good evening, Omoye, and then good evening, the rest of the house. It's been pleasurable listening to everyone. I have to say that some of the talking points have already been covered. So we're running short of time. So perhaps there's no need to run through that. We've talked about honesty, talked about forced representation. But however, there is a part of it that I think that we need to acknowledge that I think hasn't been touched on.
Okay.
And that is the fetish that our people attribute to paper.
What do you mean by fetish?
Paper is behind. That's the how do I put it now? When you've gotten that paper, the amount of honor, the amount of value that some people attach to it, to the extent that it's a bargaining chip now. They use it as a bargaining chip.
Because people
When I
always
mean
feel
paper,
that once they bring
when I
you
mean
here,
paper,
yeah, they've
documentation.
done you a huge favor and you should be grateful.
Yes, exactly. So that is the bargaining chip. Because to be honest, a lot of people who have moved over to the other side, that is one of the biggest achievements they've made in life, having documentation abroad. And for a lot of them as well, they have gone through a lot to acquire that documentation. So they are like wounded lions. They probably have tolerated things from some diasporan women, perhaps white, perhaps black, perhaps brown. And now they have managed to bear all of that, maybe washed some panties in the bathroom, maybe washed some dishes which they feel is beyond their status as men, maybe taking out trash that they feel is beneath their dignity as men. And now they have gotten that documentation, they have arrived.
Yeah.
So now that they have arrived, it's now time to go and fetch the cultured woman who will be let me use the word because I hear that word a lot, who will be humble. Another word is who will be cultured, who they
Who
can
will be
now bring
submissive. That's another word. Who will be
and
submissive.
submissive. That's the third word: submissive, cultured, humble. And so when they bring that, they can now practice the kind of marriage they saw their fathers practice back home. So they want to bring that woman here, and then, but they don't even want to help. They don't want to assist. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So now they want to bring this person over. Now they want this person. Now they want to, all of those things they've suffered in the hands of the other person. This new bride or whoever is the one who is going to suffer those consequences. Now they don't want to touch anything. Now the woman has come, she's given birth, she's seen how other people are happy, perhaps helping their spouse. She has expectation of at least being helped. All that load of taking care, maybe he's allowing her to work, maybe he's not allowing her to work, whatever the dynamics that is playing out. And all of a sudden, he expects that whatever she gets from him, she should be contented, shut up and put up and stay home. But people evolve, people change. So when people say, oh, they've opened eye, it's just because when you know better, when you see better, you should want better. But they're not willing to make that change. Now, that's on the men's side. Then on the women's side as well, we all know that. Now, I have been to one or two places, and a lot of times when you have interactions, the ladies who are abroad who have managed to get their documentation are a little bit weary about the brothers who are there who don't have documentation. Ideally, you would think that a brother is there with you. Why don't you marry each other? But they are much more comfortable to travel back home and bring somebody who you hear a lot of times women tell you, we're going to brush this person up. And they bring the person and they think that the person will be loyal.
The person will
to
be
them. Grateful that they came and did all that and brought the person over. So there is a lot of dynamics playing out from the men and from the women that is behind the choices they're making in terms of going back home to bring a spouse into the country. And then when it backfires, a lot of times it works out well, but a lot of times it also backfires. And that's why you have all of this pain, all
Most
of this
times it doesn't work.
acrimony. Yes,
It doesn't work. The
all of
ones
this
that work
anger.
are very, very few. They are far in between.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So now you have, so my question now is, okay, what are you willing to do? How much do you want to invest into this relationship that will not hurt you significantly if it doesn't work out, if it breaks down? Is it the visa that is a problem? Is it the tickets that is a problem? Is it the processing fee that you're paying for the documentation that is the problem? Or is it the emotional heartbreak that is the problem? What is the problem? Perhaps you need to talk about it. We talked about communication. Is this person able to afford their, what is it? Is it, can you invest $1,000 or $500 into this thing? And if it doesn't work out, you know it's only 500 you put in. Oh yeah, if you know work out, pack your load and go. I didn't put in so much. Let the person know, and let the person also go and work for their own money for tickets and prepare their processing fee. After all, people invite people to come abroad. You don't necessarily have to pay their tickets or pay for their feeding, but you can invite. So, you know, like what are the things that you're willing to do so that all of this drama, because all of this fighting and tussle, I brought you, I did not bring you, I brought you,
It's
I
me
did
that
not bring
brought
you,
you.
and all of this, how do we manage? Or it's me that brought you, it's me that brought you. How do we manage all of this? Because we know that people have different intentions. People have very different intentions. And so you cannot judge a person by what they're saying when they're in different continents. You know, so that's the thing. So I think those are the expectations, and the paper dynamics plays out a lot in the pain that people express when the disappointment happens. I mean, that's just the area that I just wanted to touch on very briefly. That attachment to the paper. Yeah. I think that's where I'm just going to leave it at that. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much. Have
Thank
a
you so
pleasant
much,
night.
the
Yeah.
Women Room. You are absolutely spot on as usual. And some people are, someone like Temiti is looking for trouble there in the comment section. Temiti, if I catch you, you are looking for trouble there. I saw your comments. You are trying to brew problem. Are you becoming a dying scar? Temiti, are you becoming a dying scar? Okay, Amoye. They say whenever Amoye is on, the show is about to end.
They don't want me you go. Some people are crying in the comment
Now their
section.
own that they talk so they don't know the time I sleep. They don't know the time I wake up
I'm
today.
telling
Now
you, they
God
don't
they take wake
know.
me up 6 a.m. today for
In fact,
America. I need my rest. I
I
need to
beg
look
go.
young. I don't
You
want to look
need
stressed
to.
for my
I beg
birthday.
you need to. I like
3
that
hours
you're
yesterday, 3 hours today, and I go work for 8 hours today.
in
Eshanu Aje,
fact.
Eshanu me.
Abi now, it's true, okay? I beg, we want you to be looking 16 all the time.
I want to look, yes, I want to look sexy.
Ah, ah, every time, I beg. Look at you. I saw your Instagram. Hey, I see, Auntie B,
I
don't
just
they
dey
see
release
your
some. You don't
moves,
see the ones
though.
where you don't
I
see the
don't
ones
see
where they
your
release now.
moves, though. I
I dey
say,
release
hey,
some right now, man. Every day I go flood on a timeline. If you
bring
don't follow me
them.
on Instagram, you are
Bring
missing.
them.
This
I'm
50,
here for
one
it.
back. Then go
One
take
bow.
Ayagba on Ramo.
In fact, oh my God,
Oh
I
my
love it.
God.
I beg, bring them on. I'm here for it, Gary.
Thank you. Mm.
Whoa, this story. My own take, everybody don't talk well. Everybody has said everything, to be honest. But my own take is that there's no yardstick for measuring these things. if you meet someone, I think it's all about being truthful and honest with yourself, the sincerity of it all. If you're meeting someone, how sincere are you, man or woman? Women, they
Whether
go
in the Africa
Nigeria.
or you're in the diaspora.
Yeah, exactly. Be sincere with each other. Because me don't see relationship when person for Nigeria, they date person for here or anywhere in the world, and it worked out because there was sincerity and they both put in the work. And there was focus. The problem is that a lot of people they don't know how to be sincere, or they don't want to be sincere. They don't want to be honest with each other. Somebody said in the comment section earlier on, effective communication, right? If you communicate effectively, you can date anyone if both parties are sincere and honest with each other.
Did you
Just
see
tell each
that
other.
lady from America that said that when they were fighting with the 20-year-old difference
Age
man that
group.
married her,
Uh,
that is paper they used to communicate?
do you
That's a typical
understand?
example of what you are
That
saying,
is
Amoye.
exactly. You know what I mean? Like you don't need that. There's no yardstick for it. You can meet someone here in America and the person the person can ruin someone's life, and you can meet someone in Nigeria and it will go south as well. But the whole point is for you to have effective communication with each other. It doesn't even matter who you're dating, whether now you man, whether now black man, or you men they're not a monolith. So it's not roses with them. They have their issues too. You just need to know what you're looking for. And everybody has something that they like, that they're looking out for, that's peculiar to them. That when they find with someone, you don't have to have 100% of it. And all this, this whole idea of you have to be here, or you have to wear this smile, you have to look certain way. There is no yardstick for it. I know a person that mistaking phone call, person call her phone by mistake. Now she take meet her husband. She
But
go
people get
house.
what they look for now. That's the
I
thing.
know. I know. That's my point. Like
Mm,
everybody get waiting that they look for. Now what are getting level. And
mm,
also God create us differently. Even in our generality as human beings, there are things that are very peculiar to each of us, that's individualized. So you cannot use one. We cannot use one brush to paint everybody. And I'm not saying anybody has done that. I'm just talking generally now.
mm.
Whoever it is you meet, come with your sincere. In law, they say, "He who comes with clean hands, he who, how does it go again?
He who comes to
Who
equity must come
must
come
come
with
with clean
clean
hands."
hands. Yes.
That's the word. If you're coming to anyone, if you're meeting someone, make sure you're sincere about it.
Mm,
Even with the Oyibo, there are a lot of Oyibo people that fetishize about black people. So you have to be careful about that. They're not going to tell you they're fetishizing. They're going to love bomb you. They're going to tell you things that will make you feel like, oh my God, where have I been? But they are fetishizing you. There's a
mhm,
lot of that going on more than the original. So you have to also be careful.
mhm.
Every human being know what they want for life. But the bottom line is, how sincere and honest are you about your need? I saw in the comment section people were arguing back and forth with Bio. Bio wants what he wants.
Yeah.
He knows what he wants and he's
Oh, they were
going
arguing with
for
him
it.
about what? Okay, what he said about Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram,
People
money,
traveling.
traveling or not. That's what he wants. Everybody has what they
No,
want.
no, it's not about what he wants. Me, I disagree with him on that one, and I will tell you why. Omoye. He
No, not
said
about
that.
the Instagram people flying, not about the wealthy girls flying
When he
all over
said
the
that they were
place.
traveling, is it not
No,
that
no, no.
one?
It wasn't about that one. I think it had to do with prudence in money issues, like in finance
Oh,
related
okay,
issues.
okay,
There was
okay.
a comment that was, yeah, on
Someone
that,
said that, yeah, he's
yeah,
economical or something like that.
exactly. That's what
I
I'm
don't know how
talking.
you can tell that though. If you haven't met someone, you don't know them. Just by their comments, they could establish that BO is prudent, and being prudent is not a bad thing, to be
It's
honest.
not a bad, exactly. It's not a bad
Mm,
thing. So my point is, no matter, regardless of what he wants, everybody gravitate towards what they think will give them the most peace of mind and what they're going to be happy with. That's why I said, even in our generality, we are individuals, and within us being individuals, there are peculiar things to us. You can't even use one person to measure another person's life. And to your point, not everybody's going to get married. That's just a fact. It's a fact of life, right? But because we come from a society where, it's almost imposed upon you, society imposes it, your family imposes it, people around you impose it. You got to know what you want. There are people who don't mind doing living with a partner before they can live with the person for years. It doesn't mean anything to them. That doesn't mean that I can do it. I cannot do it. I can't,
No,
because it goes against who I am, everything I am.
yeah,
That's
it's up
it.
to you.
It's
Yeah,
up to you. You just
yeah.
have to whatever is the
It goes
level.
against everything I am. So when my children are saying it, I am like, who raised these children? Biko, are these my children? I beg. Their father is very conservative. He's a man of God. Well, where is this coming from? These children want to go and live with somebody that they are not married because they want to know each other. And then my son now said, if I divorce and they take everything I have, then it will be your fault because we didn't know each other. Do you have to live together before you know each other? I beg.
Exactly. You don't have to, so everybody different, right? So at the same time, there are still people who do these things and it works out for them. So
Yeah,
you
it
need to
does.
know.
Yeah,
So it
yeah,
boils down to you as an individual. You need to know where your power reach. Somebody like me, I don't go to parties. I don't go socializing. I mean, every once in a while I will do it, but I go to other places. I can go to the grocery store. I can go to the library. I can go to Starbucks. I'm that kind of person. I can go to the museum. They just opened the museum for Tupac in Los Angeles, and I'm warming up to go there to go and check out the museum. So you find that doesn't mean that you shouldn't go there thinking, oh, I want to meet somebody. It should all be about you having fun and being happy in your skin and being happy with what you do. Anything when go find you, go find you. There's no yardstick. Nobody get the measurement. Now the manufacturer of your life, now you know the timing and how things go work out. No human being can. That's why I don't believe in introductions. You can introduce me, but I will do my homework about the person because I don't want
absolutely.
any, surprises. So that's my own
Absolutely.
take on all of it.
Thank
Like,
you.
it doesn't matter. Diaspora, I don't see and work both ways. People
Yeah.
marry from
But
Nigeria, you
yeah,
walk out.
but you know what? When we talk about diaspora one, it's on a balance of probability
Yeah,
based on what I've seen.
yeah,
Yeah, you don't know what I don't see, you don't know what I don't hear. Now half of in fact now it not be even half what they talk. It's a little bit of it that you see because most people don't want to come forward.
right.
They work most times. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they work. The reason why they work because
Mm,
since people are intentions are not pure.
yeah,
Most
yeah.
people won't
They work.
come. They
They
want
work. If
japa.
you see 10 people where they import, whether on both side though, you
Yeah,
get men where be say, I say, they don't target them. Nigerian girls, they don't target them where be say, their plan is say once they reach here and they don't stand, they want my
exactly.
jackpot straight
For my
away.
japa,
So it
exactly.
don't happen to so many guys, it don't happen to so many
Yes,
women. And that's
yes.
why I just come to this conclusion, say in my mind, I think it's not worth the risk. Some people have done it, but I'm telling you, if you see 10 people that have done it, one or two people that will be successful.
I agree with you, Sister B. You know why? The reason why I'm also saying I agree 100% with you. It still boils down to the same intentions. Those people when they come, you see, most people when they from here they go cash out their credit cards, they go borrow money, they'll
You
go
go look
spend.
clean.
Go
I
look
know
clean.
somebody. I know
Thank you.
somebody for this
Mhm.
UK. He gets 6 bedroom. What did they call them? 6 flats. I've heard that they call them so. 6 flats. 6 flats. What be the name? What did they call them? 6 flat now. A house like 6 flats. Eh?
Six flats. Uh-huh.
6 different flats in the building has 6 flats. Yeah.
Right.
Now he built in Benin. He
Mm.
has a posh car. He has everything. But here, if you see where they live for London,
Oh,
if that one go marry now, come here, the wife come here, no go say, I
exactly.
think say you be millionaire. I think say you
Oh.
be
Not pay collect money. Not be here platform. Remember the story we share one time where one man when he walk himself, get house, now train he dey sleep. Now here
my
now.
dear. You see, so in summary, thank you so much, my darling Omoye.
Absolutely,
You always
Sister
bring
B.
it. I love you. I can't love you less.
I
Mhm.
can't love you less he die. Some conditioner. Whether you like it or not.
Thank you, my darling.
All right then. Have a
Make,
wonderful rest of
you
it.
too, my darling. Make I summarize the issues, the cocoa of this matter. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. We've been here 3 hours plus again. Give this video a thumbs up. And I'm still here tomorrow night. Oh, we have a show tomorrow night of another diaspora wife, imported wife. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. So please give it a thumbs up. More encourage me. If you never subscribe and you are learning from this platform, please subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. If you are watching now, you're going to catch it later. So the summary of it is that we established that why are people going to Africa to marry? For brothers, some of them is pressure. Parents, marry from home. Marry from this tribe. Marry from this religion. I don't want you to marry Obodo women. I don't want to marry Oyibo. You know, so much pressure. And that's even for both brothers and sisters. Yeah. Parental pressure is a lot. Control. Some people just want people they can control. A docile woman that you say, sit down, you will sit. Stand up, stand. Lie down, lie down. Open your leg, you will open her leg. Close your leg, you will close. That's what some people want. But you know what? That's a mirage. You know, they have a lati olisheni. You cannot be no human being that you might get away with it for a while. Eventually, oh my god, you go get sense, go open eye. Now you go call police for you, they go arrest you. So those don't be looking for people to control. When I hear that word control, it does something to my head in 2022 that somebody still wants to control another human being. We don't marry to control. No. You marry because you love, you marry because of compatibility, you marry because you want to better one another and you want to come together as a team. That's why you both they call them partner. No control. Unrealistic expectation. Nigerian girls, the eye they choke for Obodo Ibo. If they see man like this, they don't care. They will enter, they won't come abroad. So they have a lot of expectation. If you are not like that, our sister in France, that the husband told her, I don't get money, oh, I they manage. So when the auntie come and she still see Jalopi, she was shocked. But already, he's already managed her expectation. Don't go to Africa and be showing off to be showing them like you have money when you are broke and you have a minimum wage job. Please be realistic. The person that will love you will love you. Tell them, say, I'm still going to school. I have a security job, or I have this job I'm managing, but I am hardworking, and I know that if me and you come together, we can be realistic. And you Nigerian girls that want to jackpot by all means, you see a abroad man, and you start running up and down, you don't care, you just want to come abroad. Who no go, no go as the ones that they don't come, they will tell you how it be. A lot of people, diasporan, women who were married from, who are in the diaspora now, but they are imported wives, they are suffering from serious emotional health issues, mental health issues, breakdown in their mental health because of so many things. Abuse is predominantly more prevalent in imported wife situation. So be careful. And we talked about people that go to Africa, showing off. You have an inflated impression about yourself, grandeur delusion, like you are Dangote. Please be realistic. Tell them the truth. It's even good for you to even underplay yourself. If you are earning 100,000, tell them you are earning 20,000. See who will love you. Do like that movie, Coming to America. Underplay yourself and see whether she actually loves you or she just wants what you have. That's for brothers now. And you women that are going to marry, I hear all of you. Some of you are going every December to be looking for a husband. Be careful. Don't go there and show them like you are all that. And then they come here and it's wahala. The problem is in both, men and women. Documents. Yeah? Do they understand what it means to have document, not to have document? Do they understand? Have a conversation about everything. Tell them the reality. If you are going, if you see me, I say don't go. But if you want to go, tell them about the reality. Obodo is not like what you see in movie. There's something they call document. That document, if you don't have it, you cannot live here or you cannot walk. And sometimes some people are even working under the table because they don't have it. You need legal document to live here. Tell them the truth. Be brutally honest with people that you are going to marry, whether it's man or woman. Okay? And if you are looking for cultured and submissive, God no go let them play you because they pretend say that they cultured. Stay here. Do like Brother Bill. Look for somebody here. There are so many women here that are cultured, they are submissive. Just get to know them. Don't make the assumption that all Obodoyibo women are not cultured. And I'm not saying that all Obodoyibo women are angels. Yeah? But get to know them. Don't judge a book by its cover. Right? Manage people's expectation. Don't tell them, if you just come now, we'll just buy a 10-bedroom house. Some people are here 10 years, 20 years, they never even buy house, they never even get paper. Manage their expectation. Tell them the truth about your circumstances. Yeah? And the people that is worked for, these are the things they shared with us that can, increase your chances of making it work. If you are going to Nigeria to marry, sometimes it's even good. The young lady that came from the UK told us about how, she invited the husband to come here on holidays. So they already got to know each other, they assessed each other, they dated, and before they decide to marry. Some people, the first time you are staying together is when you are traveling to Africa to marry them. So that dating period was never there. You don't know the person, then you now say he changed. That sister in America said, he didn't change. This is who he is, but you didn't know because you were too anxious to marry him and you were too anxious to come to America. That is it. It might seem as if you are not anxious to come, but you are. Because no matter how you think you are doing well in Nigeria, America is always a bigger and better option for a lot of people. So, be honest, be open. Be open, tell them the truth. Be kind. Kindness goes a long way. The two women that have come to share their success story of marrying people from Nigeria and they are happy after so many years, the one word they said is that he was kind. He's a good man. Be kind. A lot of Nigerian women I know, not all of them, want to remain married. They don't even want to leave. But if they feel that they've done everything they can and it's not working, that's when they leave. Be kind. Treat them with respect. Be open. Tell them, babe, this is what I have. This is all is in our account. What are we going to do? If she's a good woman that has good home training, she want to boila shiri, she want to cover for you so that the world will not see you. They will not expose you, except the one that doesn't love you, because there are some they just marry you to come to the abroad. They never loved you. So that's another one. Be transparent, be open, tell them the truth. Tell them about the challenges in living in abroad, what it means, the cultural, the conflict of the culture and everything. Tell them about the things that you experience. Don't paint a picture that is all rosy. Obodoyibo is not rosy, my people. It is not. It is not rosy. And it is time for us to start challenging our parents. All those parents that they tell you marry Catholic, you marry Igbo, you must come from Onitsha. Please, it's your life. At the end of the day, if the marriage fails, they will be there. It's you that will be saddled because they don't even know what it means for a marriage to fail right here in the abroad. If you have children already, the house is gone. You are homeless. I know so many men who they become homeless overnight because their marriage failed. So please, brothers and sisters, if your parents are pushing you in a direction that does not align with your values, and your parents are not like the parents of Obiajulu, that is so understanding, the woman, her mother is so, she's on point. Tell them, it's my life. It's okay to disagree. Don't be follow. Don't just follow your parents because they're my parents. They know. No, they don't know. It's not all the time your parents know better than you. Please, let's challenge our parents. Reason with them. Sit them down. Tell them. It doesn't matter. This is the person. Because a lot of people will leave the people they love that they feel that are compatible in the diaspora to go to Africa to marry somebody that their parents have arranged for them. Our family have been friends for 3 generations. So marry her. Because you are friends with your family does not mean that it will work. No. People have different even the children that we have, so you see your children sometimes you want to say, let me bond them. Because they are so different. So family connection or friendship or church connection does not mean that, when parents put their children together or, introduce them, that it will work. Right? Let's learn to challenge our parents respectfully. Yeah, reason with them. And for ladies, I'm going to say this to you. If you are coming abroad to marry, please don't resign your job. Okay? Come here first to see. See, don't resign. Take a leave of absence or take a, just take unpaid leave to see in case if it doesn't work, so you can go back to your good, especially if you have a good high paying job in Nigeria. No resign because you see abroad marriage. Oh, do not resign. The lady that is coming to share her story tomorrow told me that she was supposed to do NYC, she was supposed to do so many things. They told her to leave it. Don't worry, you have more prospect if you come abroad. When she got here, you know what? They were locking her inside the house. She said the mother-in-law is the person that came to marry her. He used to lock her. They would lock her. She now found out that the guy that they married her for her serious anger problems. She gave up on her dreams and everything because of obodoyibo marriage. So don't resign, no, don't quit on your dreams because of marriage. Or anybody that loves you will support your dreams. If they don't support your dream, they don't love you, make you run. I beg. And for brothers, please learn from that sister who shared her story about how her husband said no third party. Learn to communicate, manage your differences. Differences will always arise. Differences will always arise, but learn to manage it. Communication is the key. Humble yourself, apologize to one another. When there is good communication and you can interrelate with one another and you can communicate, then you can forgive. Then no wahala. Yeah, that's spoiler alert for tomorrow. Look at that's for spoiler alert. She's a young girl, very young, 20 something. And finally, if you are coming here, level up, oh, uncles, brothers, if you are in Nigeria and you are coming here, a woman is going to marry you. It can, especially if it's a high achieving, career oriented woman, it can spoil, it can be a huge problem if you come here and you just relax and you take a minimum wage job. There's nothing wrong with minimum wage job, but level up. Don't relax on that job and you don't have any ambition again. You forgot when you were hungry, you were all the ideas were coming. All of a sudden now you've seen electricity 24 hours and you just want to hold remote control and be watching TV. You don't want to go to school. You don't want to do anything. Because for a woman that is very ambitious, it can be a problem to say, no, this one already. How am I going to build with this one? How are we going to build our life if all he wants to do is watch TV or hang out with friends and just party and enjoy himself without thinking about building on himself? So level up. Very, very important. You need to level up to match her. When a woman is very driven and as a man you are not driven, it can be very problematic in the relationship. Because at some point you begin to resent her. She too will begin to resent you. See her, lazy man. See her. And she said, inside when they look, you say you are so proud because you earn more. That's why you don't respect me. Wahala starts. Level up. Very, very important. Very, very important. Thank you very much, everyone. I don't talk. So take Kai 3.5 hours. By me. Give this video a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Help me. Help my ministry. And I'm still here tomorrow. Help my ministry. Thumbs up. Subscribe if you've not subscribed. Level up. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, thank you. Tina said we need our girls who are 18 to subscribe. And, it's very educative. God bless you. Thank you, Tina. Appreciate you. I will see you tomorrow. We have an imported wife who is coming to share her story tomorrow. In conclusion, I'm just going to say, for me, I still believe that there are many options where you live. You don't need to go to Africa, but if you insist on going to Africa because at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your decision, please play this video back and listen to the lessons along the way, how you can make it work, right? Because I'm tired of imported wife stories. Otikpoju, it's too much. My phone is full up of stories of men and women. Another brother reached out to me yesterday after that story and said he married a pastor's wife from Nigeria and she dealt with him seriously in the diaspora. They are in court now. So, Otikboji, the wahala is too much. May God help us. Thank you all so much. I'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. UK and Nigeria time. I think that's 2 p.m. in some of your time zone in the US and in North America. Thank you all so much. Thumbs up, please, and have a good afternoon. Have a good evening. I am tired. I am just going to go and eat now and give my children and my husband a hug because I haven't seen them since morning, and have a good night's rest. Thank you all so much. I love you guys. Bye. Thank you. Bye, guys.